What is up, good people? What's up, good people? We are back in here, back in the building. Welcome to the Grown Man Hour. I'm your host, Bernard Riley. Y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail, so you already see where we going here today. These ones kind of trigger me. These ones kind of trigger me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I do get a bit triggered when I do these ones, but I'm gonna stay cool. Y'all know I always stay cool, stay calm, keep it calm, cool, and collected. Shout out to everybody that's already in the building. I see Snuggles. I see who the hell was that? You make a good point there, Naeem. Logan, JJ, Demac the Trucker. See y'all following on in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's get ready to go. Let me get that off the screen real quick. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What is going on, good people? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Let's get ready to go get this thing started. Like I said in the pre-ramble before the intro, these ones kind of get me a little triggered, but I'm a stay cool. Y'all know I always stay calm, cool, and collected, but I do get a little triggered off these kind of topics right here. They kind of hit close to home. These type of topics are the only ones that I have a slight tendency to fall back into a little bit of red pill rage on. I mean, not stuff with the women and the little stuff that women do. I ain't tripping on. When it come to the child custody issues, I can get a little red pill ragey. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I can get a little ragey on that one, just a little bit, just a little bit. But shout out to the lead attorney. Going to be using a clip from his channel. I recently was talking to the lead attorney, so me and him are going to be doing some collaborating coming forward. You may see some of it. I don't know. You may see some of it drop this week. You may see some of it drop this week. So keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll be coming down the pipeline. But shout out to everybody who's in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you hit the like button. And while I'm talking about hitting that like button, let me make sure I hit it myself. It's already 69 people in here, 37 on the likes. Let's get that up. Let's get that up. Let's get that up. Let people know you're in the building. And as I did already, shout out to Snug. I choked when I said snuggles. That must mean I don't need. That probably mean I shouldn't be acknowledging you. As soon as I got ready to say snuggles, I like choked. That must be a sign. It must be a sign that I need to stop acknowledging you. That's what I'm going to take that as. Yeah. Shout out to Naeem, makes a really good point. He says she is definitely horrible, and I hope her baby dad use this video and go back to court. Absolutely, but unfortunately, I don't know if anything court-wise is damning about this, other than it was. We'll get into it. We'll get into it, but I don't even know if this is something that will be damning in court. I honestly don't. The way it's set up, nah. I don't see this being a big deal. But I see you saw the video, so you know what's up. Salute to you, brother BR, and salute to the chat. Shout out to Logan JJ. Shout out to the Mac the Trucker in the building. That thumbnail, y'all. I'll be low key clowning lead attorney on the thumbnails. Well, I didn't clown him this time, but I be clowning him because I catch him in his candid moments when he going off, or with the April Mason thumbnail when she mentioned she is 46 with a stripper pole in her bedroom. I caught a candid reaction to lead attorney's face and put that in a thumbnail. So I got him in one of his candid moments when he was going off on Lucifer. That's what we're gonna call her. We're gonna call this chick Lucifer. But yeah. Just being jazzy in the building. Shout out to you. Eclectic Agitator in the building. Shout out to you. Houdini Unchained. Shout out to you. JC, I see you in there. I saw you was lobbying for a wrench. I got you. In fact, I got you right now. Hold on. Hold up. I got you right now. Now, some people lobbied for a wrench and then stopped supporting the stream. Don't be one of those. Why can't I find you now? Okay, you're right. Dang, did somebody delete his comment? JC, I don't see your comment in the chat room. Look like somebody sniped you. Say something. All right, I got you now. All right. And speaking of handing out wrenches, gotta hand out a wrench to Joe Ethereal if he ain't already got one. Came through hard and heavy-handed early in the morning, with a $50 super chat. I like that way to get the day started out right. Definitely appreciate you coming through hard and heavy-handed with a $50 super chat.
$50. So that makes you rich?
It's a start.
Damn.
Shout out to Gail at night. Says, to my understanding, she's married and pregnant now, so I hope the new guy watches this clip. Yep, I'm gonna get into that. Because that's a tough one. When you're a guy and you doing that stepdaddy dance and you see the dealings, you see how the woman that you're with now, that you have children with, you see how she dealing with the stepdad. I mean, with the kid's father. You see her trying to limit and deny access. You see her basically made the statement that I didn't want to be with him anymore, so I just want my child, and I'm moving on, and I'm putting him behind me, and I'm going forward. Like, when you hear stuff like that, you're hearing her say, if he's not with me, I'm going to fight to limit access to his children, even though he was fighting to get more access. He was fighting for 50-50. The courts agreed, according to her, that it should be 50-50. She had to fight tooth and nail and bring her high school report card and the stress and the horror. I'm going to get into the video of all all the things she had to do to prove that she was a good mother. Like, yeah, these ones trigger me. But shout out to Gail and shout out to Gail at night. Shout out to Houdini Unchained. Just remind me of the Judge Judy clip on fathers. I don't know what clip you're referring to, but appreciate you coming through with the $2 super chat.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Appreciate you coming through. Fathers are not second class parents. Oh yeah, Judge Judy did snap. Yes, I remember that now. Judge Judy snapped. Yeah, big ups to her for that. Big ups to Judge Judy for that. She definitely snapped and snapped hard on that one. Because yeah, chicks be out here just saying anything. They be saying anything and it be okay. Nobody corrects it. Nobody's supposed to say anything. Men's supposed to be quiet and stoic. You complaining about women. You know. No. The era of men not speaking up for men, that era is done. Not on my watch. Not on the watch of a lot of brothers in this space. When these situations happen, and these situations, poke their ugly head out, we're going to speak up and we're going to say what needs to be said. We're going to denormalize this kind of stuff. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Like, because right now they comfortable. They just comfortable to just say crazy stuff because it's been unchallenged for so long. Oh yeah, I know Gail at night. Her name is Judgy Justice. It's on the screen right now, actually. We see it on the screen right now. Her name is Judgy Justice. Judgy Justice. That's the name that she decided to go with. Judgy Justice. Somebody said bonnet gang. I don't think she got a bonnet on. I can't even tell. But no, I refer to her as Lucy. Lucy Fur. That's how she would be referred to. Number 16 said dodgy. Yeah, I think he said dodgy justice. Shout out to KD in the building. He liked that last $2. Some people don't know that that's a real song. But shout out to you. Thank you for the $2 super chat.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Sun is hot. Ron Watch Gamer channel. Shout out to everybody in the building. We about to get right on into this. And Joe Ethereal, once again, thank you for that $50 super chat. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate it. But let's get into this. Let's get into this thing here. Oh, and I forgot about that new feature they got where I can star all the super chats. So that way I have less of an excuse to miss any of them. I have less of an excuse to miss any of the super chats. And when people make good comments that I want to come back to, that I want to touch on later, I can also star those. So that is definitely, StreamYard is killing it. StreamYard so good now, and they making good waves and everything, to the point like even Kevin Samuels switching over to StreamYard. He was using it kind of weird. I understand how he was using it last night. He had something weird going on where you could see his chat, and I don't know. He wasn't doing it the way that I do it, but he didn't have to abandon Zoom. Zoom is not made for stream. You can stream with Zoom, but Zoom is not made for streaming. Put it like that. You can stream with it, but it ain't made for streaming. I think StreamYards is well, I don't know. StreamYards probably costs more. It probably do cost more, but no, I think they're pretty much the same price. But one of them is made for streaming, particularly live streaming. But anyway, lead attorney in the building. Shout out to the lead attorney, man. I was acknowledging you earlier, like how you're killing it. I think last night it was at 113K subs. You already, I think you probably woke up in the morning with 1,000 more. It's like, man, we listen. I can't say enough how happy I am for you, man. You're definitely killing it. You definitely deserve it. And you mentioned O'Shea a lot. And I'm about to get into the video, y'all, but I gotta I gotta get lead attorney his flowers right now. You mentioned O'Shea a lot. How O'Shea used to be like the hub where everybody in the Black manosphere and great Black YouTube overall met up. And when O'Shea stopped doing his little he stopped doing panels. He started doing the celebrity junk thing. And I tried. I actually tried for a while to pick up that mantle and be the hub, and I did okay with it. But lead attorney, he's on steroids with it. There's so many content creators I would have never even knew existed. I would have never even knew they existed without a lead attorney, man. He put so many people on, and he big. He still reach on back. He still reach on back. It's like, so yeah, gotta give props to lead attorney, man. We definitely gotta acknowledge what you're doing for this space, not just the manosphere. And I love that you're a damn attorney, but you're not scared to wear that title, manosphere, because it is some little dirt on the manosphere. You ain't scared to wear the title. You wear it. You wear it proudly, and you like, so you that dude. You that dude. I just all I gotta say right there. Just shout out to lead attorney. Gotta give him his props. Gotta give people their props. Gotta give people their props. And like I said, me and him, we got some collaborations coming down the pipeline. He's so big right now. He big enough now to start ignoring my emails, but he don't. He responded in like 5 seconds. So shout out to the lead attorney. Hoop Jargon in the building says, yeah, KS need a StreamYard tutorial. LOL. Yeah. He was struggle streaming last night. Kevin Samuels got 1.3 million subs, and he struggled streaming. Can't be struggle streaming with 1.5 mil. But yeah, but shout out to KS. I've been saying, I remember when he used to come on my show, he used to try to convince me to get Zoom. I'm like, no, I am not switching. I'm calling heads every time when it comes to StreamYard. I ain't going. I am not going. Hell no, we won't go. I am riding out StreamYard. They doing everything to make it bigger and better on a regular basis. StreamYard is doing the thing. StreamYard is definitely doing the thing. But all right, yeah, we gotta get into this video. Big Mike drop in the building. We'll be doing some work with that brother. That's another fellow brother who was at the Black Manosphere meetup. Shook that brother's hand, talked to him face to face. Me and him going to be getting together on, I believe, Friday is when we worked it out. Me and him will be doing some content together. Look, if you was at that Manosphere meetup, you got full preferential treatment. Now, just hit me up, man. We could get together, promote you. We gonna do a one-on-one, get it in, bid them in, get them in. Definitely hit me up. You was at that Manosphere meetup. I rolled a red carpet out for you. We can do a one-on-one. Do whatever you want to do. Do however you want to do it. Just y'all let me know. Hit me up, and give them preferential treatment for the first responders, as Little Big Nate called them. Giving preferential treatment to the first responders. But shout out to Big Mike drop in the building. Shout out to him. Hey, and by y'all at it, hell, go Gail, look up Big Mike drop and drop his link in the chat. Drop his link in the chat. Matter of fact, I shared his video last night. Drop his link in the chat. And for the 2.5 people in here that ain't subscribed to lead attorney, go ahead and drop lead attorney's link in the chat. I mean, he's a up and coming struggle streamer. We just needs a little support. We'll help get his channel off the ground a little bit. Just drop lead attorney channel in the chat. Big Mike drop came through with $10 super chat. Appreciate you coming on through. All right. About to dig into the video. I see somebody down there. easily before June. It's going to take 2 months. I think a week ago he hit 100K. He already had 113K. There's going to be depths and flows, and it's going to be times where it's going to burst real fast, slow down a little bit, burst again. It's going to be like that. But either way, once we've seen that with so many people, once you hit 100,000, that's a humongous snowball rolling downhill. It's no stopping. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he hit 200K in a month. I wouldn't be surprised if he hit 200K in a month. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'll give it 2 months. 2 months to be, conservative. Hey, I'm trying to get to the show, and y'all interrupting with the super chats, but those are the type of interruptions I like. Son is hot around the building says, to the $2 gang, if you can't give Bernard 5 of your $2 like I do, then get your broke ass off the internet and go get a job. So you get, look, we don't do that here. We don't do that here. We appreciate all support. If they got to, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Ain't nothing wrong with the $2 gang. They probably just want to hear the song. They probably just want to hear the song. Now, ain't nothing wrong with the $2 gang. Come on, we don't do that here. We ain't Dr. Umar Johnson. Somebody donate 10. You could have gave 20. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. The Naked Truth by Annette's World Views in the building says, hello, Bernard, and hello, Lead. Good day, everyone. Shout out to Naked Truth. Shout out to her. Shout out to E. Capone. Says, I got 5 on it. I guess I got to play the... Shout out to E. Capone. Shout out to who else we got in this joint. Al Boogie in the building says, Bernard, Funk Maxter Flex Riley, play the video. See, yeah. No hating on the $2 super chat.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Like that song, if you ain't heard the whole song, like that song goes hard for real. See, before the billions, before the billions got that paper, he could drop 100 if he wanted to, but he want to hear the $2 song.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
See, now y'all got everybody. Now y'all got
these last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
All right, y'all got everybody. Y'all got everybody on the $2. It says that is a hit in the hole in the wall. Tell him, Bernard, yeah. All right, y'all killing me now. Y'all killing me. Number 16 says, stop trick shaming. Yeah, y'all killing me, man. No, I ain't playing. All right, I'm done. It's too many $2 coming in. Man, no. All right, y'all cut it out. I'm dropping one. All right, one more time and a bomb drop, and then I'm getting to the video. Y'all killing me now.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Yeah, Obsidian got the best sound for that Allah Akbar when he get a $100 super chat. That is legitimately the best reaction to it. Yeah, by far. Ain't nothing better than that. Shout out to Lil Big Nate. Doing the video on that one guy. There's some people who getting they video struck. I mean, taken down doing the video on homeboy who I'm trying to even trigger. Yeah, I know the dude who committed suicide after he did a double homicide then a suicide, or a triple, because I think she was pregnant. But anyway, yeah, Be careful with that one, Little Big Nate. I shared it when you did it, and then I deleted it after I shared it because people getting hit for playing that one. So yeah, be careful with that one. Be careful with that one. Yes, that's the correct word. Sugar bum. That is the correct word, but I don't like to the YouTube algorithm is certain things you can't say. So I didn't want to say it, but that is the correct word. That is the correct word. Gal at night said delete it. Sorry, didn't get a chance to shake your hand at the sphere. Oh, you was there? But excited about the work you and JB spoke about. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You was there. Hell, do you got a channel? Hit me up. Hit me up if you got a channel. Hit me up if you got a channel. But all right, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Hopefully I didn't miss nobody. Appreciate everybody who's supporting the stream. Even all of y'all came through hard and heavy with the $2. Oh, y'all came through hard and heavy with the $2. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate it. But all right. Let's get into it. Let's see. Let's roll the not so beautiful being footage. Let's roll this not so beautiful being footage.
If the child is half of yours and half his, do you think that just automatically, because of these 9 months that you're talking about, that the mother should be given the child and the father should have visitation because of these special 9 months when your body carried the child? You think you should get an advantage because of these 9 months you kept mentioning?
Yes.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth!
Well, this one kind of hit home because, like, that's not far away from me. It's like 45 minutes away from me where it happened. And I think, honestly, it is, like, I was thinking it was the law as well, because I remember when I went through my legal situation with my son's father and how hard it was, like, to go through it. We ended up going for like a year and a half, and we started when my son was only 3 weeks old. And it took that long for it to go through the whole cycle. The longer it plays out, the more it strains you. And I feel like some of it may be like punishing you in a sense to, like, you know, you should be able to solve it and just come together and then file the paperwork saying like, oh, this is our agreement, more than like letting the courts decide the agreement. I felt like I was being punished in like.
Okay, listen to what she's saying now. She's saying that she feels like two people should just be able to come together and just come to an agreement instead of letting the courts decide it. Now, when you hear that, for those of you who haven't seen the video, you're probably thinking that, okay, yeah, that's exactly everything that we ever wanted to hear, that you ever want to hear the mother of your child say. Like, yeah, let's just work out a fair, amicable agreement, and then that's that, and call it. We should be able to show up to the courtroom and just tell them, hey, this is what we want. Everybody agree, and we done. So right there, you're thinking that this is some fair-minded person. If you haven't seen the rest of this,
the Montgomery County courts, ultimately.
Why did you feel like you were being punished?
Well, I felt like I was being punished because like they scrutinized everything about me. Like I had to bring my report card because I was like fresh out of high school. I had to bring my report card to prove that I was a good student. Like the court ordered me to bring that to prove that I was a good person for my son. I had to
wait. You had a child, and was this a divorce?
It wasn't even a divorce. We never lived together. We never.
So you never lived together. And he was fighting for custody?
He was fighting for custody against me.
And you had to bring your report card?
I was ordered to bring my report card because I had graduated that June. And I was, because I had given the background story of like, I've graduated.
Your report card? And he was fighting for custody?
He was fighting for custody against me.
And you had to bring your report card?
I was ordered to bring my
I'm going to say this a bunch of times in this stream. I'm going to be a broken record on this. How many times do we hear them say in the midst of these conversations about parenting, black fathers this, black fathers that. How many times do we hear them say, well, they need to, step up and be in the lives of their children? But also, how many times do we see that when men, I want 50-50 custody. I want to offer you the thing that I refer to it as the ultimate child support. You can't get better child support than him saying, hey, 50-50 custody. 1 week with me, 1 week with you. There is no better child support than that. None. You'd be hard up to find some better child support than that. He comes offering the ultimate child support, 50-50 custody. You're saying these men need to step up and not abandon their kids, be in the lives of their kids. But when men do that, who do they have to fight in order to do that? So in one hand, they'll complain about the kids not being in the lives of their children. But when the man tries to just get what sounds like pretty damn normal 50-50 custody, they have to fight tooth and nail. And here she is talking like she's a victim being punished because she was trying to make sure that she had primary custody and he just basically have every other weekend or Wednesday from 5 to 8 or maybe summers. I don't know what it is. And she's saying she's a victim because she had to prove, because you're going to see later in the stream, I get ahead of myself sometimes, but the court wanted 50-50 custody. But she wanted to, she was fighting against what the court wanted and what he wanted. But she's talking like she's the victim being punished. Yeah, Ty City, yeah. She fought me. He fought me for his own child. Yes. How dare he? But then we'll complain about fathers not being in the lives of children. But when the father is trying, who's there fighting against it? Who's there trying to stop him? But she's also the same person who literally just said that, hey, we should just be able to come to an agreement beforehand. By come to an agreement, he should just bend over and give me exactly what he want. Give me exactly what I want. Otherwise, I'm going to have the court bend him over. So if you don't want the court to bend you over, you need to just bend over for me. That's really what she's saying. But they can sit there just calm and peaceful as ever and say this stuff with a straight face. Like, that blows me away. That blows me away that they could just say that with a straight ass face. Look at Before the Billions down there looking smooth. Looking nice and smooth. I see you down there Before the Billions. I ain't gonna let this play out without acknowledging Before the Billions down there fresh and clean. I see you. But all right, y'all, let's roll it.
Report card because I had graduated that June, and I was because I had given the background story of like I've graduated from, I went through the whole school system, like I'm a good person. Me and him just really want we want to have somebody help facilitate visitation, because we don't get along, and there's been physical domestic violence situations where he's brought people trying to attack me or like show up at my house, different situations of that nature. So
all right, time out. We gotta call a timeout on that one. She said there's been physical domestic violence situations where he has brought people to my house to try to attack me or fight me in some way. Now she's saying physical domestic violence situations. Now, I understand that. Okay, I'm not even going to reach across. I understand that it happens. Sometimes there's some legit domestic violence. There's some dudes that just be putting hands on women. If he brought somebody else to the house, and I just go in and say this just bold and blunt, and y'all like, well, look, we black folks, we know what it is. All right. If a dude who could beat the hell out of a woman show up with somebody else to possibly attack a woman, you know what's going on there. You know what's more than likely going on there. Can't prove it. I can't prove it. I'm just going to give my analysis, and we black folks, and we know what this is. She more than likely was wilding out doing stuff worthy of him putting his hands on her. Or no, okay, let me back up. She was doing some stuff to where she definitely deserved to get her butt whooped, but he understood that he couldn't do it and he didn't want to do it. So if she's saying he brought somebody to the house, he went there to handle a situation with her, probably a situation involving the kids. He didn't want to have to put hands on her, so he brought his sister. If she was gonna come trying to wild out on him, his sister was there, basically the security guard, to where if you go to wilding out on my brother, the sister, TT and them, they gonna whoop your ass. That's basically what that was. We know exactly what that was. Like we can't front with that. So one, you can't bring up domestic violence, because if he was hitting on her, she would just bluntly say, yeah, he was beating on me. Yeah, he hit me. Yeah, it was one time we got into an argument about the kid and he punched me in the nose. She would just say it. She would just say it. But the mere fact that she won't just say that, the mere fact that she didn't say that, but she said somebody else came to the house. Yeah, that was a sister, a cousin, a female in the family who was ready to put some hands on her if she went to wilding out. That's what it was. That's what it was. So whatever is going on here, the dude can't be categorized as some abuser. All right, can't be categorized as an abuser. He brought female security to a contentious situation with a female. That's how I interpret what happened there. That's how I interpret what happened there. Now, is that the way to go about things? I mean, no, I don't get down like that. I don't deal with that kind of ratchetry. That's a certain level of ratchetry that I personally can't relate to. But we black folks, and we know what that is. We know what's going on there. I'm not saying that's how I get down, how I operate, but I've seen those situations play out. I've seen plenty of out-of-pocket girlfriends get beat up by the sister. I've seen the E. Capone saying that's a smart brother. All I'm saying is I stay out of those situations. I've never had to do nothing like that. But I'm not going to front like I don't know what that is. If she's saying that he brought people to the house. Ain't like he brought a bunch of dudes to beat up on her. No, he brought his sister. He brought his sister for security. That's some ratchetry. That's some hood booger stuff, but I'm not denying that it ain't some hood boogerism going on. But I am going to acknowledge that, I ain't buying her victim status. That's all I'm saying here.
And there's been physical domestic violence situations where he's brought people trying to attack me or like show up at my house, different situations of that nature. So they were like, oh, we need proof that you actually went to the school. So I had to bring my diploma and my report card to prove that I was.
So them asking you to prove that you had graduated, you felt like that was an unfair level of scrutiny?
I felt, because I thought it was unfair level of scrutiny because it was some of the things that happened for me didn't apply to him. Some of the things that I had to provide proof, since I was the primary person who had the child, he didn't have to provide, like he didn't have to go back to PG to go get his documents. He didn't have to prove where you lived, your routine, what was the schedule that you had. Like there was so much things that I had to figure out and do.
It sounds like it was a situation where, like she said, she was 18 and just graduating high school. So she was pregnant in high school. So the court probably figured that this guy, who I'm jumping out on a limb and saying that he's probably a little older, her being in high school, that probably contributed to them leaning more towards 50-50. She was just graduating. I mean, she had to bring her high school diploma and just show what kind of grades she was getting. Like stuff like that. Shout out to the courts. They leaned more towards 50-50. And so she had to come and bring the evidence to prove that it shouldn't be 50-50. So that's generally how it works. And also at the same time, you don't always know everything that the other person is required to do. You don't know that. So she's sitting there trying to play a victim. She's playing a victim as if she had full custody and it got taken from her and she got dropped down to every other weekend. But no, it was the courts wanted 1 week on, 1 week off. And she's fighting to get him limited to a weekend dad or uncle dad. She's fighting to make him uncle dad, but saying that she's being treated unfairly while doing something that's inherently unfair. Can't stress that enough.
And I felt like overall, I felt like I was punished because I didn't want to settle it with the way they wanted me to with him, with me having every other week with my child. And
did y'all hear the contradiction? She said she felt like she's being punished because she just didn't want to settle it the way he wanted to do it or the way they wanted to do it. But in the beginning, she was saying that, yeah, you think two people should be able to just come to an agreement and just work it out and then just go to the courts and say, this is what we want. But you see, like they can just willfully talk out of both sides of their mouth. Willfully. They've been able to do this for years. No recourse, no correction. Nobody says anything. They're women. They made a sugar and spice and everything nice. Hashtag believe all women. That's what it's been. That's what it's been. Not no more.
My child's only 6 weeks old, 7 weeks old.
Okay, so you're saying that the courts wanted you to do like a every other week. So the courts wanted you to do 50-50.
Yeah,
you didn't want. Okay,
yes.
but you didn't want to do 50-50. You wanted.
No.
Okay, and you felt like because the courts wanted 50-50 and you didn't want 50-50, you wanted to live with your child, you felt like you were punished.
Yes, I do feel like I was punished overall because it felt like I had to fight harder to prove to like, in a sense, like disprove what he says about me, but also to push that I'm the best person. And well, I think that's really
let me just
hard.
ask you, wait,
Really,
let me jump in for a second. Why should you not have to prove that you are the best person? Right? I assume that it's just your child. Half of your DNA is in this child, right?
Yes.
But half of his DNA is in this child, right?
Yes.
Half of your chromosomes, half of his chromosomes. Why should you not have to prove that you are the best parent if you want this child to live with you the majority of the time? Why shouldn't you prove that? Why is that not rational to say, hey, you need to prove this stuff?
I think it's so rational because for 9 months, I was the person that took care of the child. I was, I provided my body for this child.
Are you, when you say, wait, when you, wait, hold up now. When you say the 9 months, are you talking about the 9 month pregnancy when the child was inside of you?
Like I provided that, like, cause I chose to have this child. I chose to take care of this child. I did not want
listening to this.
To the gentleman in the chat who's posting red flags, I don't think you understand how red flags work. Like, no, this isn't a red flag. A red flag is something that just gives you the hint that this person might be problematic. No. This is for the mask is off. This isn't chameleon behavior, but you kind of noticing that she might be, I don't know. My spidey senses. No. This is beyond the spidey sensors going off. This is beyond that. This is not a red flag. If you identify the red flags, the red flags was like a year ago. It was before she got pregnant. That's where the red flags was flying. This is like a big red bulldozer. Ain't no red. This is a goddamn 500 member marching band twirling red flags with red banners, doing cartwheels, and everybody dressed in red, dropping red confetti with red fireworks and everything in the background. Like this is this is beyond red flags. We not talking about red flags no more with this one. No. You're missing the mark if you think we're talking about red flags here. No. These are not red flags. This is beyond. Somebody said, Naeem said, this is a China parade. That one choked me. Yeah, this is be we way past red flags, bro. We are way past the red. I knew this one was going to summon perfect blackness. This interview goes right to the heart of the problem. Family court creates the kind of blind entitlement that women harbor. Yes. Yeah. No doubt. I see the other super chats. I'm about to get to them real quick before we get back in it, because it gets worse. It gets worse. Shout out to brother Xavier in the building. Who we always talking about these old mamas, but this a young mama. This ain't even an old one. She Deadly Raver in the building says this isn't a red flag situation. We're full into red alert territory now. Yeah, no doubt. But who else do we have in here? Son is Hot Rod says $2 hoes in your chat room. You know I bring them out. I bring them out. You know how I do. But I'm just playing. TBE Trucking in the building. He says all women feel like her. Don't be fooled because they are red pill. No, that's another thing. That's another thing that is they for the most part, they all operate like that. They carry that baby. That's their baby. That's how they operate. And she's gonna basically say it. Later in the video. I'm not with you no more. This is I'm taking my baby. I'm moving on. I'm not with you no more. I'm putting you behind me. I'm taking my baby. We're going this way because you're not with me. I'm paraphrasing, but she basically said that. Taboo Smash in the building says they just want the opportunity to bitch. Shout out to you, Taboo Smash. Appreciate the super chat. Leroy says TLA need to have his own dang TV show. The monologues be like 6 hours, but they are so good and thought-provoking. Salute to the brothers. Salute to the brother. He's needed. Absolutely. But shout out to everybody who's supporting the stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let me get back into it. I see some more people came through supporting the stream. So real quick here. So we gotta dig into that. You got to dig into that comment. Shout out to Perfect Blackness again. If y'all don't know this brother's story, he's still going through it. Last I checked, I don't know, maybe there's been an update. He can let me know if there's an update in his situation. But this brother has been going through it, thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in, a few years into it. He still only got like 66% custody. I think he only fighting for 50-50. And he all kind of it's so like my situation was a mess. But my situation is resolved and over with now. I got a deal that I can accept, and but it was a long fight, and this brother's been in the game years fighting for that custody, and he's moved on. He's married. As far as I understand it, I think he has a child with his wife now, but he's still trying to get a proper custody situation with the previous with the mother of his other child. I forget how many kids. I forget the exact situation, but I know he's still fighting that fight. Very, very, very sad story. Very sad story when it all plays out. But I always got to acknowledge Perfect Blackness, because that's a brother in arms when it comes to this stuff, man. Because I've been through that fight. I know how it go. Pop Smoke in the building. Well, Pop Smoke and Ghost in the building says modern women prefer communism. It suits them naturally. Thank you for the super chat. I don't think it suits them. I don't know about naturally, but all right. And this is why aren't men advocating for the laws of change? Do you ever heard of men's rights activists? The people that you call misogynist, the people that you call woman haters, the people that you try to get typecast as evil men out to oppress women. Those guys. And one thing I will say, the Manosphere meetup, the next one that we have in 2022 will be a political agenda. We are going to be working to try to get some laws changed. That is in the works, but it's very disingenuous when the person who is essentially the person who is like the person committing the break and entry saying, why aren't people updating their security system? It's just a weird thing when I hear that. When you're the bank robber, but you basically saying, I wonder why they don't have 2 security guards sitting at that door, and why was the lock to the vault so easy to crack? You guys need to tighten up your security system so I can stop being a piece of shit. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. Now, it is right. It is true that men need to do more. It is right that men need to do more. Men need to politically organize, fight, and advocate for men. And we need to do that. We need to do a better job at that is true. A lot of men are very liberal. A lot of men take the position that the same position as her, where she carried it for 9 months. Women are the natural nurturers of a child. So yeah, they deserve to, men get on that same stuff. Men get on that same stuff. But overall, y'all need to fight to change the laws. Well, who are we fighting? We're fighting you. So that makes that statement disingenuous. That makes that statement disingenuous. Just like her. Just like the girl in this video. Just like the girl in this video. She is basically talking as if she's being treated unfairly. She's being treated unfairly. The courts thought that it should be even 50-50, 1 week on, 1 week off. That's what the courts thought it should be. The courts thought it should be that. That's what he wanted. The courts was reaching to the middle of fairness. He wanted something fair. Everybody wanted something fair but her. If she fixes her mouth to say that, oh, well, men need to advocate to change the laws. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. I mean, it's a disingenuous gaslighting statement at best to say that somebody needs to advocate to change laws that you're going to vote against and fight against it when they start trying to change it anyway. You're not on the side of men. You're on the side of the bullshit. You're on the side of the nonsense. But going back to the going back to the point that she made. All right, let me deal with the point that that the lady in the video that I call Lucifer. Let me go back to the point that she made, because she said that, okay, carrying that child for 9 months, and yeah, hold on, wait, Ty City, I agree. They know. I agree. You know who don't know? It's a lot of men that don't know. There's a lot of men that don't know. So the hashtag they know is null and void, seeing as better than 90% of black men vote with the women. They know is null and void. Men don't even know. They know, the men don't know. So the they know is a relevant point to make. Ain't even about convincing them. It's about convincing us. It's about convincing the men. I have men hop on my panel regularly arguing on behalf of the women. With this space growing the way that it's growing, where people from all walks of life is coming in here, it's getting to the point to where, yeah, everybody in this space is not in the know. is not what would be considered red pill. You see them hop on my panel all the time, where I had to disabuse them of their gynocentric matriarchal mindsets. Like that, truthfully, that's where the fight is at. We got to refute the nonsense that the women are saying before the eyes of men so men can hear it. Number 16 in the building says, Sugar Bum looks like a dude using a gender switch filter. Okay. Who the hell is Sugar Bum? Oh, that's the chicken. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't even remember her names, but I think that's the chick that made the comment. Oh, Al Boogie in the building says we should advocate for filter and makeup removal. Ha! Shout out to Al Boogie. Shout out to Al Boogie. But okay, this is what I've been trying to get to. This is what I've been trying to get to. Thank y'all for the super chats. And I don't mind some of the comments, even when they sidetrack me. I don't mind some of the comments, even when they sidetrack me. But see, here's the deal. I, as a man who I have children, all born into a marriage back when I was married. And yes, I know carrying a child can be taxing. It can be hard. Like seriously, it legitimately is a hard. And no two pregnancies are the same. Let's make that very clear. No two pregnancies are the same. I noticed that with my ex-wife. She had one kid, carried it, just, popped in, in and out. No problems. Was on her feet the whole time. No biggie. That's how it was. The second one, that was brutal. It was no doubt brutal. The last couple months, she was barely able to walk. She had problems with her. I can't even explain it. It was hard. It was difficult. It was difficult. She could barely get from here to there. I don't know what was going on with her pelvic, something. It was a really tough pregnancy. So I'll say this as a man that yes, I am sensitive to the fact that carrying a human being inside your body is a difficult, daunting task. However, when it comes to what's best for that human being after it leaves your body, the fact that you carried it has no bearings on what's best for the child after the child is no longer in your body. Nature is nature, and it's designed that way to where you have to carry a baby. And yes, I will salute and acknowledge the task that's bestowed upon women, that they have to carry another human being around in their belly for 9 months. It is difficult, but guess what? Baboons do it. Flat out. Dogs do it. Zebras, lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, does it. Every mammal does it. So I'm not about to, no, it don't give you any special rights or privileges over the other person who is just as biologically connected to the child as you are. It doesn't. Shout out to Ty City. He says the purpose of the they know is for men not to go along with the gaslighting. This space is ground zero for refuting the gaslighting arguments, and refuted them so good to where now these chicks got to come out and tell the truth. These chicks, we got these chicks taking the mask off. So yes, if you go to no disrespect to like the Lapeef network. I've seen it on there a few times. Sometimes there's some dudes on there, not all of them. Some of them solid, but sometimes there'll be some dudes on there because it's a wide network of guys. So you're gonna get a lot of guys from a lot of different walks of life and a lot of different mindsets. Some of them dudes go along with the gaslighting, but not in the sphere. Maybe on the Broke Down channel. I gotta quit doing that. But the Broke Down women, it be some dudes who be going along with some gaslighting over there. But overall in the sphere, no. We tear that gaslighting to shreds. So if they know is about to get the men not to go along with the gaslighting, which join the club. I mean, you're not saying nothing. Okay, I don't want to say you're not saying nothing different because you are saying something different. But I'm just saying the manosphere came. Okay, they used to just lie. The manosphere refuted their lies. Then they started gaslighting. The manosphere has refuted their gaslighting arguments. Now it's to the point to where a lot of them are more or less saying a lot of them are now forced to just come out and tell the truth. A lot of them are forced to come out and tell the truth. Now, is there some slipping going on in the manosphere? Yeah. We just had a dude who I respect, who was at the manosphere meetup, E Black. When I asked him the question, do we think Brittany Renner is a feminine woman? He said yes. And then I said, you think she was even feminine when she was all clapping and getting loud and going off on DJ Academics? Homeboy said, respect to him. I respect the brother. I'm going to do a one-on-one with him. He said, well, she was acting like that due to a lack of masculinity in the room. Because there wasn't enough masculinity in the room. Hey, if the sugar bum chick is clowning that hard, just go on and hide her. I mean, I just keep seeing her getting timed out to infinity and beyond. If she ain't, I don't know what she's saying, but if you got to time her out that many times, just go on and get her out of here. Go on and get her out of here. I don't even know what she's saying. I ain't paying attention. I just keep seeing it say timed out. But that is an example. I mean, not as simple. That is an example of how somebody can fall for the gaslighting. We're here to break that spell as well. Just like I had to break it down to him. Per your argument, if a woman is getting out of pocket because it's a lack of masculinity in the room, or there's a low level of masculinity in the men in the room, so that's why she's being masculine and getting out of pocket, you're basically saying anytime a woman get out of pocket, get out of her bag, or act a damn fool, that she is more than welcome to do that because because she determined that it was a lack of masculinity in the men in the room. But who's the judge of whether or not their masculinity is low? The woman who got out of pocket, which means she can get out of pocket anytime she want and then just say, hey, I was around some bitch ass effeminate men. Therefore, I did what I did. And I should be excused and absolved because that's how women act when there's a lack of masculinity in the room. But she gets to be the judge and determiner of that. But what did DJ Academics do to make him to make him allegedly be lacking masculinity? He disagreed with her and said something she didn't like. So you say something they don't like, they get out of pocket, they act a damn fool, they get masculine, they start beating their chest and grabbing their nuts, but then they get to say, oh no, I'm allowed to do that because of lack of masculinity in the room. The fact that he made that argument is an example of what you're talking about. Guys who go along with the gaslighting. We're here to break down and refute the bad gaslighting arguments. So I can go with you with the they know, because yeah, they know they are gaslighting, but apparently some men don't know. So yes, it do need to be a team of people refuting the gaslighting arguments. That just is what it is. And I think you did a stream on that where you said they know or shame, blame, and explain doesn't mean silence. I think you did a stream on that. So I think we can agree to agree. Put it like that. I think we can agree to agree on that one. That it doesn't mean silence. But some dudes do fall for that gaslighting. They do. And I'm here to help them. I'm here to help. That's where I'm at with it. I'm here to help. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got 425 people in the building. If you are new here, which is why the new people argument is weak. I don't understand. If you're saying it's some people that have been here for a minute that's going back. Yeah, some people are trying to climb back into the nonsense. That part can't be denied. And I already dealt with the hashtag they know. Shout out to most. Hashtag they know. Hashtag they don't care. I don't care that they don't care. I don't care that they don't care. It's not about them. It's not about trying to convince them so they can give me a pat on the head. It's about their saying bullshit, putting it out there in the airwaves. If there is no challenge to their bullshit is what owns the day. There has to be a counter argument. There has to be a rebuttal. The truth has to be out there. I care about clarity in the truth and putting out the truth and putting out what makes sense. That's what I care about, and that's where I'm at. And that's where I will always fight on that front line. I will always fight on that front line. I don't care that they don't care. They cannot care. They can know, and they cannot care all they want. And guess what? They will be refuted. They will be refuted and defeated. They will be made to look stupid live in 4K. That's where I'm at with it. And the listening audience of men and women will see the truth. That's what I'm about, and that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. All right. Digging back into this. I don't even remember where we was at on the tape. I had a long detour. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, bang the bell. I do this every morning, roughly 10 o'clock. Do it every morning. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Got a lot coming down the pipeline, like I already mentioned. Going to be doing some collaborative work with the lead attorney, who I'm doing a response to his video today, but me and him going to be working together coming forward. You might see some of it by the end of this week, so keep your eyes open for that. But we getting it in, we making it happen. Shout out to everybody in the sphere, everybody on the front lines fighting the good fight, everybody who was at the Manosphere meetup, everybody who making big moves and doing big things to move this space forward.
I did not really want to be with this person anymore. I wanted my child, and I wanted to move forward with my life.
And that's what all that I came right back in on a pause moment where I had to pause it. Let me back up some.
Was the person that took care of the child. I was, I provided my body for this child.
Are you, when you say, wait, when you, wait, hold up now. When you say the 9 months, are you talking about the 9-month pregnancy when the child was inside of you?
Like I provided that, like, cause I chose to have this child. I chose to take care of this child. I did not want
listening to this.
I did not really want to be with this person anymore. I wanted my child, and I wanted to move forward with my life.
Her not wanting to be with the person anymore means he don't get access to the child. The prevailing view that they put out there is that the men don't want the child. The men don't want to be in the lives of their children. Again, I'm going to be a broken record on this till I'm blue in the face. I experienced this when men do want the access, when men do want 50-50, not full custody and make her a weekend dad. I understand a woman fighting against that, but when men offer what I call the ultimate child support of 1 week with me, 1 week with you, women fight against it. I even asked the lead attorney that question. How many times in his 20 years as a divorce attorney does he see situations where a man is just saying, hey, we carried this child together. I mean, we raised this child. She carried it. Okay, I give her the 9 months. Yeah. She carried the child for 9 months, but we raised this child together. The children were born into a marriage. I just want 50-50 custody. That's it. 50-50 joint legal, joint physical custody. 1 week on, 1 week off. I asked him, how often in that situation do women fight against the man wanting 50-50? He says damn near all the time. Damn near all the time. That piece of damning evidence makes it to where they can never complain about raising children by themselves. They can never complain about fathers not being in the home. They can never complain about men and men's involvement in the lives of their children ever. It's like they're done. It's game over right there. And that's proven that the way that it is the way that they want it to be, and the way that they will fight tooth and nail in the court to make it that way. She fighting tooth and nail in the court and saying, I'm not with him. I just wanted to take my baby and move on. And she feel like a victim because she had to bring her damn report card to the courtroom to show that she got good grades in school. Like, goddamn. Man, we way past red flags. This is a goddamn marching band with a damn 100 flag marching crew, 100 flag. What they call them? Not the majorettes. You know, the flag girls. There's like a marching band twirling red flags with a big red banner, all dressed in red with red confetti. It's like, no, we beyond red flags. Way beyond red flags. Houdini Unchained in the building. He says they want credit for their biology. That is crazy. Yeah. And keep in mind, I reached across the aisle and acknowledged that, yes, some pregnancies, not all. Because like I said, my ex-wife, she carried one baby like a champ. She didn't seem inconvenienced at all. The next one, she could barely walk the last 2-3 months of the pregnancy. Sometimes it's rough. Sometimes it is. But it is biology, and that's the nature of the game. You know, it is biology. Carrying a baby can be hard. But carrying a baby to term, every mammal on earth, everybody from baboons to damn field mice do it. So, I mean, yes, I'm for acknowledging it. I'm not that cold-blooded. I'm not that cold-blooded. I acknowledge. I acknowledge that it's her biology. Or shout out to Stoic One. He says that's her biological imperative. Yes. Yes. Yes, it's her biological imperative. That don't give you special rights privileges over the other parent. Over the other parent's access. It don't. Oh, okay, let me rephrase that. It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
You know, and the fact of the matter is that I took off work to take care of this child. You know, be it going to the doctor's appointments, all the necessary things. The child came out healthy, came out full term, all these things. I did all of the things I needed to do. The proof is in the pudding with the child. It isn't like I had a record of, oh, you were a bad person, you had these type of records or anything like that. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it feels like you're always having to fight harder. And then also I think for me in this situation, I feel really bad for the guy because I could only imagine.
Wait. When she says she feel bad for the guy, she's saying she feel bad for the guy who was in the situation that ultimately led to him trying not to mess up the algorithm, deleting. It's no nice. It's no way to say that. I didn't do content on that situation. Let me just say this: I didn't do content on that situation because it's legitimately tough. I forgot the guy's name that took out his ex-wife. I mean, baby mama and wife or ex-wife or whatever. I didn't do content on that because I understand the pain and stress that men go through in that situation. So I don't want to do anything to discredit the pain and stress that men go through in that situation. So I feel like if I do a stream on that and I acknowledge that pain and stress that men go through in that situation, that you're in a rock and a hard place. You don't want to sound like you justifying the justifying the murder. You don't want to sound like that, but you don't want to sound like you're not properly acknowledging the pain and stress that a man goes through in that situation. If y'all haven't caught what's happening here, she came up here to basically say, "Oh, I can sympathize with the guy who was being denied access to his children. I could sympathize with the guy who they were saying that he touched on one of his kids, or they something that we know statistically, the biological father almost never does that. We can. She's saying that she could sympathize with this guy who had this breaking point. I understand, because when I was trying to deny access, this man broke because he was being denied access. She's saying her stress of trying to deny somebody's access is equal to his because she had to bring her high school diploma and her report card to the courtroom. That's literally what she's saying here. That's literally what she's saying here. Lead attorney about to lose it. Lead attorney about to lose it.
Fight harder like that. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it feels like you're always having to fight harder. And then also, I think for me in this situation, I feel really bad for the guy, because I could only imagine.
Wait.
What I do, like,
You
so
feel
in that mind
bad?
state. No, literally. Can you let me finish? I just wanted to make it
But you're contradicting yourself. So I just want to make sure that everybody's following what you're talking about.
Okay.
Right? Because I want to hear what you have to say, but there are 4,000 people in here, so we need to kind of figure out what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're saying, if the child is half of yours and half his, do you think that just automatically, because of these 9 months that you're talking about, that the mother should be given the child and the father should have visitation because of these special 9 months when your body carried the child? You think you should get an advantage because of these 9 months you kept mentioning?
Yes, I do believe that there should be an advantage for that. I do. Because at the end of the day, if he wanted to be a part of those moments, he could have came to those doctor appointments just as much as I did.
Mm-hmm.
He could have been a part of those things. So I just feel like you can't give me my credit for what I do, when the other person is absent during those time periods. And then when the child's born, wants to jump back in and try and get involved. No, it's not right. It's not fair.
Okay, so if she's arguing, and I hear this one out. If she's arguing that because he didn't go to the doctor visits, he shouldn't get 50-50 custody. Okay, then it would logically follow then, if he did go to the doctor visits, would you then agree that he should get 50-50 custody, or would you have fought against him anyway? Because that previous statement that she made, that I don't want to be with him no more. So because I don't want to be with him no more, I just want my child and I want to move on. So she can't make that argument unless she's going to agree with the other half of that argument, if he would have been at the doctor visits. Now, she's going to say later on in the tape that they never lived together. She was still in high school. Let's think about that for a moment. Again, this is a ratchet situation, so avoid these type of situations at all costs. Let me just make that very clear. But we do got to point. We do got to point the situation. I damn near forgot what point I was going to. It'll come back when I get to the part. But they never exactly lived. Oh yeah, here it is. That's what I was about to say. They never lived together. She was in high school. They never lived together, and she was in high school. This man don't know what all she doing and who she doing it with. He got every reason to be skeptical of whether or not that's his child. And no man should be going to doctor visits and all of that unless he has absolutely, positively, 100% good, solid reason. I mean, good, solid reason to believe that that's his child. Meaning, that's your wife, or bare minimum, your live-in girlfriend. Yeah, you got reasonable expectation in that situation. Now we do know that ain't no guarantee, but you got reasonable expectation in that situation that child is yours. But if y'all don't live together, y'all not spending every night together, y'all in that situation right there, where she's just some 17, 18-year-old chick, he got no reason to believe that child is his, which means he got no reason to be obligated to be at those doctor visits. She could have named anybody she had sex with in the last 3 months and just say, hey, you the daddy, show up at these visits. No, it don't work that way. If you living like that, where you got pregnant at 17 or 18 or whatever, with some dude you don't live with, you're not married to, he has no reason to assume he's the father. He got every reason to assume got every reason to be skeptical, and got every reason to wait until the child is born and until it's fully confirmed that he's the father. Then he should step up. He confirmed he's the father, and then he takes action. It can't get more fair than that. It can't get more fair than that. So if he stepped up after it was confirmed, and we don't know if he got a DNA test or not, but all I'm saying is that a chick that I'm not with tell me she pregnant, in my mind, she just assessed me to be the best candidate. Let's just keep it real. She assessed me to be the best candidate. Now, when I find out for a fact it's mine, I'm all in. All in. Absolutely, positively, all in. When I find out that it's mine, I'm all in. But if I don't know that it's mine, then no. And by the way, which gender is the one who, when it's proposed, a mandatory DNA test when a child is born, when that's been proposed, which gender was it that that fought against it, rebelled against it, lobbied against it? So let all that one sink in right there. Dusty Shackleford, I probably didn't need to time you out, but I was a little offended by that statement. I got in my feelings. I shouldn't have timed you out. I should have let you rock. I let people crack jokes long as they funny. I should have let that one rock. I don't know how I'm doing an Edward Anderson impression. KD in the building with the $50 super chat. He says my last $2. He dropped a $50 super chat, but I think he want to hear
These last $2. I'm not gonna lose.
KD in the building with the $50 super chat. Definitely appreciate that. Perfect Blackness in the building. He says the issue really hit home with me, expecting fathers to simply eat injustice. Yes, quietly has to end. Yes, I got to read that again. The issue really hit home with me, expecting fathers to simply eat injustice quietly has to end. If fathers cannot count on the courts for redress of justice, just where should fathers turn? Well, we know where one guy turned. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to laugh at that. That's not a laughing matter. It's not a funny matter. But we know where one guy turned. We know where one guy turned. I still ain't doing no content on that stuff. Because I don't know what to say about it. I can't say nothing to justify his actions, but I don't want to say nothing to not properly acknowledge the pain. So that's why I don't even know how I don't even know how I could properly do content on that. I don't know. I can't even tightrope walk on that one. I can't. Cut it out. Cut it out. See, and that's part of the reason why I ain't doing no content on that. Y'all gonna get my channel taken down. And see, and yeah, okay, I can acknowledge that. Yeah, I mean, well, no, okay, I did come to understand that he was suicidal before that. So when you got somebody who's already suicidal, people who suicidal, okay, Black folks, we don't understand depression. We just think depression means that this guy he just down in the dumps a little bit. He just had a bad day, and then now he just need a kick in the pants, and these are first world problems. No, people who suffer from depression and get suicidal, they literally have a biochemical imbalance. All right, look it up. They have an actual imbalance where sometimes they get too high, sometimes they get too low. I know somebody who tried to kill themselves. If she goes a long time without her meds, she will start back trying to do it. Okay? She will get suicidal if she go without her meds. Sometimes if she take her meds for too long, she will end up getting back suicidal. Why? Because she got used to it. So they probably need to up her dose. Or they may need to lower her dose. It's like a sliding scale. It's a balance. It's about keeping her leveled. Sometimes she's up here and they need to bring the dosage down. Sometimes she's too low and they need to bring the dosage up. It's about keeping her right in the middle where all the normal people are. The people who kill themselves, who suffer from depression, they're not normal. I don't mean that in an insulting way. I'm just saying that if normal is an even kiltered, balanced person who get a little mad when something bad happened, get a little sad when something sad happened, but for the most part, they regular. There are some who are either all the way up here or all the way down there. And it's a legitimate issue. That's not so no, you can't call the man a coward. Like, look it up. Look up depression. Look, like, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So, like, what happened to him happened. If it happened to a normal, mentally healthy person, then yeah, it's just going to result in just a bunch of anger, a bunch of frustration, and while he in the midst of that anger and frustration, if she jump in his mouth, jump in his face and say something to him crazy, yeah, she might catch a bus driver uppercut. That's it. I'll say a healthy person can still get mad enough to issue out a bus driver uppercut, but to be calm, cool, collected, and do a premeditated double murder and suicide, like, no, like, he was just calm as ever. So, like, hey, today's the day, I mean, I'm tired of this. I just killed one of them, about to go kill the other one, and then off myself, because it is what it is, and so it's been real. Yeah, like, no, something is not right. That's beyond just you can't call him he was suffering. He was suffering from some real stuff. Okay, he had some real issues. He needed some real help. Now, the fact that you got somebody who did need some real help and not properly receiving the real help that he need, and then you put the stress of the court on him. And I think I watched some of Lil Big Nate last night. It's like, if you know this man is suicidal, why are you even doing all of this stuff? Why are you jerking around through the system about his kids and all of this? Why? It's like, the person I know, I don't even talk to this person no more, but the person I knew who was suicidal, I was always conscious, even though, she was okay when she was on her meds, but I was always conscious of how I reacted to this person and what I said to him, because I could tell that she would get down sometimes. I could tell. And so I tried to, make sure I was positive as possible. I tried to do that because I understood that I wasn't dealing with somebody, I knew what I was dealing with. I mean, I don't want to get into a whole show about depression. That's why I don't even want to cover this topic with this dude. I don't even want to cover the topic. It's all right. Let's get back to the tape, because that's a tough one. That's a tough one, and I'm not even. Let's roll the not so beautiful being footage. There's a depression issue in there. If he was suicidal before all of that, there's a medical issue that I think a lot of people are not properly talking about. And when Homeboy said he was a coward for killing us, I mean, like, no, you got to get some education on that. You just do.
You can't give me my credit for what I do, when the other person is absent during those time periods. And then when the child's born wants to jump back in and try and get involved. No, that's not right. It's not fair every day.
Yeah. What ended up happening with your case? Did he end up getting 50-50, or did he end up getting so you ended up winning, right?
Yeah, I ended up winning.
So you ended up winning by showing your damn report card in your
It was more things than that.
Nope. He asked you twice. He asked you twice. I watched him do it. He after she said you had to bring her report card and bring her high school diploma, and had to do, those were the big highlights that she said she had to bring. And then he asked her twice and got her to, to try to expand and elaborate on what else she had to do. No, she didn't say none of that stuff. She didn't say nothing else. Those were the two major things she had to find. Those are two major documents she had to pull out.
That was the first instance, but
let me just back up here. Why do you think it is that because mothers' bodies naturally carry children for 9 months, why do you think that because of mothers carrying these children for 9 months, they should automatically be given custody and fathers should automatically be given visitation?
Well, I think, I like I said before, it's about the involvement. If you want
No,
to be
you
a
said it
part
was
of
about the.
it's,
You said it was about the 9 months.
it's the 9 months, but
Yeah, she did. She started copping a plea later after he interrogated her, and then she started to cop a plea to the whole well, he wasn't there at the meetings, at the doctor visits.
said also
He wasn't there at the doctor visits for a kid that he didn't even know for sure if it was his or not. Shame on him.
I did say that if you wanted to be involved, he could have went to these appointments. He could have been involved in these things. And then also the proof is in the pudding. Like if
he wanted to be involved, I said this once, I'm gonna say it again. If he wanted to be involved, he could have been at those doctor visits. Okay, by that logic, if he would have been at those doctor visits and you still determine that you don't want to be with him no more, would you still then want to be 50-50, or would you stand on what you initially said, that you figured out you didn't want to be with him no more and you just wanted to take your baby, move on, and put it behind him? Because if the dad being at the doctor visits means he doesn't deserve 50-50 custody, by that logic, if he was there, by the dad not being at the doctor visits, if that means he doesn't deserve 50-50 custody, by that logic, if he was there, that would mean he does deserve 50-50 custody. Would she still have the same position if she was there? We know damn well she would have the same position. Again, that's the gaslighting. That's the BS. I'm gonna get to the super chats. I got y'all.
a bad person, I don't go to my, if I'm a bad mother, you're not going to go to your doctor's appointments when you're supposed to. You're not going to seek prenatal care. You're not, and then also the child may come out with disabilities that are preventable. So, or issues if you're in abusive situations, drugs, all those things come out in the child. So I feel like if you're able to produce a healthy child, you are able to follow suit and have a record proving that.
Oh my goodness. If you're able to produce a healthy child, if you're able to prove that you didn't smoke crack while pregnant, that you didn't drink a fifth of tequila every night while pregnant, if you're able to prove that by producing a child with 10 fingers and 10 toes, then you've proven that you're a good mother.
Hey, because there's a chart that you follow. Hey, every 4 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 2 weeks, every week, you're here at the doctor's office doing what you're supposed to do, eating what you're supposed to eat, eating
what you're supposed to eat. We all know pregnant women be dipping cheeseburgers in chocolate ice cream. they be eating goddamn bacon cheeseburgers with chocolate syrup on it. Like what the hell? Like, we know how pregnant women eat. What do you mean eating what you're supposed to eat? And no, shut up. Shut up. I've seen pregnant women eat. I've seen pregnant women eat. Cut it out. It don't matter how unhealthy your diet is, long as you're not putting toxins or chemicals in your long as you're not putting long as you're not doing drugs, okay? Long as you're not putting drugs in your body. But when it just comes to just eating, oh no, all bets are off. That's the one time when even a chick who's has a reasonably healthy diet finally just let go. And yeah, I've seen it. I've seen order some damn nachos and wash it down with some damn chocolate ice cream. And then, all them cravings, and that pregnancy diet be terrible. Cut it out. You're eating what you're supposed to eat. Cut it out.
Everything right for your child, taking these special tests because you have to pay for those, all these different exams and everything out of pocket, and plus having insurance, and plus providing for yourself. I think that shows that you have stability overall. It's not because if you're able to, if someone wants to be a part of it, they'll make a way to be a part of it. If they don't want to, then again, for him, he didn't show up for those appointments when those were provided to him at that point. And then to show up at the end and be like, oh, I want 50-50. Where were you during that entire time?
Who's beeping? Is that you beeping? There's somebody beeping. All right. How old were you when you had this child?
I was 18.
All right. So you were 18, right? So you mentioned about providing for yourself and doing all this. Were you providing for yourself, or did you have insurance? Who was paying all of these bills for you at 18?
I was working at a relatively, a big warehouse shop.
That ain't what he asked you. He said who was paying the bills. He didn't ask you where you was working. A lot of people work and ain't paying bills. That ain't what he asked you.
From the time I was 16 and I had worked my way up to supervisory. So I was making a nice amount of money. I had a nice place that I rented a basement. So it was
Y'all hear that lie?
I was making a nice amount of money.
I hear that lie. Pause. Look up at the ceiling. She said I had a nice place, and then she paused, looked up at the ceiling, and said, do I want to stand in this lie? And then she told the truth.
I had a nice place that I rented a basement. So it was
okay. Renting a basement means that you have a relative who has a basement and they let their pregnant niece live in the basement. And maybe she gave them a little bit of money. Shout out to the family. Families should help out, but he asked you who was taking care of you, who was paying the bills, whoever owned the home or rented the home that lent you a basement. That was the answer to the question. That was the answer to the question. You can see the pause in the lie.
So I was making a nice amount of money. I had a nice place that I rented a basement. So I had enough, things going for me in that right direction. And I was also enrolled in school. So I feel like I was doing the right things. I was moving myself forward. I had a trajectory of where I was pursuing, and still pursuing.
So you were upset that he would not attend these prenatal visits with you. But then once the baby was born healthy, he wanted 50-50 custody. But you felt like that was unfair because he did not go to the prenatal visits with you.
I feel it's unfair. I feel it's unfair.
So let's just kind of push this out to other people now, because if you feel it's unfair to you, it would be unfair to everybody else. Should there be a rule that fathers who do not go to the prenatal visits do not get 50-50 custody?
Yes, because if you're saying that, especially with times now, what you're saying, life starts at conception, they should be a part of that life. They should be a part.
You can't make that argument if life starts at conception, because abortion is legal in most of the country. So most of the country don't acknowledge that life starts at conception. So you can't make that argument. The country don't even stand by that argument. So no, you can't. You don't get to logically or legally make that argument that life starts at conception. Now, if abortion across the board was illegal, then you can make that argument. But then it becomes the question: how did he know that it's his? So if you're going to deny men 50-50 custody because you're going to deny men 50-50 custody because they weren't at the doctor visits for kids that they didn't know that was theirs, then you can basically just get pregnant, pick anybody you had sex with in the last couple months and say, hey, you're the daddy, you better come here. Otherwise, I'm going to legally have you by the balls if you don't come and tap dance at this doctor visit for a kid that you don't even know is yours. That's the logical conclusion to what she's saying.
Part of those steps, they should be held responsible for all of those things as well. Not just not just at the end when the child comes out and now you're like, oh, well, I'm going to take 50-50. No, I've put in work on this. I've taken sick leave for this. I've taken all these different things. So I don't.
Let me ask you, do you think a child needs a father?
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father.
Does a child benefit from having the father in the child's life?
A child does benefit from having a father figure in their life.
Because what I just hear you say is me. I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. I did.
Having a
Wait a
father
minute.
figure in their
Having the father in the child's life?
A child does benefit from having a father figure in their life. Taking all these different things. So I don't.
Let me ask you, do you think a child needs a father?
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father.
Does a child benefit from having the father in the child's life?
Notice at first she said, yes, a child needs a father in his life. And then when he said, does a child benefit from having a father in his life? That's when she had to cop this plea and say, no. I mean, a father figure in his life.
So I don't.
Let me ask you: Do you think a child needs a father?
Yes, I do believe a child needs a father.
Does a child benefit from having the father in the child's life?
A child does benefit from having a father figure in their life.
Because what I just hear you say is me. You know, I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. I'm hearing though you're not talking about the goddamn child. What does your child need?
Cook.
You keep talking about what you did, but what about your child? Why are you putting you above your child? That's what I can't understand. You say that your child needs the father, but then because he didn't but because he didn't show up to the visits, now your child doesn't get those same benefits. Your child gets less time, less valuable time with the father because he didn't show up to your visits. But the child is missing out.
I don't feel that the child missed out overall. The child is.
You just said that a child benefits from time with the father.
I didn't say a father. I said a father figure, and the father.
Oh my God!
And I did say a father figure.
Jesus Christ! Are you guys listening to this bullshit? So, like an uncle could be a father figure, right?
Yep. He had his uncles. He had my father, and he was.
When we hear stuff like that, they are no longer allowed in any way, shape, or form to complain about fathers not being there, about fathers not being in the lives of their children, when they are willing to fight tooth and nail and post hoc rationalize the dad not being there. Now, it's one thing for somebody to just make the general point that yes, if the dad is either unwilling, dead, in jail, at war, lost at sea, whatever the hell the situation is, if father figures step up, uncles, big brothers, cousins, even simp daddy, okay, even them, because we're gonna get into that with this one too. It's one thing to say that, okay, that child will be better off in that situation, but to actively, willfully deny access to the father and make the argument that he just needs he just needs father figures in his life, and she copped a plea on that. I know a lot of y'all are noticing that goalpost move. I see y'all saying it in the chat. Y'all notice that goalpost move. She copped a smooth plea after she said, yes, the kid does need a father in his life. She knew where it was going. She knew he was about to cook, and that's what she said. Father figure, just needs a father figure. So you're going to make the executive decision that the dad not going to be in the life in hopes that father figures are around. And a lot of y'all don't know this, that some dude actually married this woman. After this whole situation with this kid. Some dude actually married this woman. But she made those executive decisions to keep the father out of her life before she even knew she was going to find a simp to come in and marry her. And I know that dude feel like, hey, I'm not the dad, I'm not the stepdad, I'm the dad that stepped up. Because in his mind, he probably thinking that the other dad was just, that the actual dad, I should say, the biological dad, the dad was just unwilling. Was just not wanting to do it, just fell down on the job. No, he was at the court fighting for his kid, trying to get 50-50 custody. She fought against it. And now she's sitting there arguing that, hell, he don't need his dad. I'm the mama. I get to choose what dad bees in his life, what dad gets to be in his life.
Able to, move forward in his life. Like, it's not, I don't think that every person is the right father figure.
Then why are you sleeping with these men? Why are you creating children with these men if they're not the father figures?
Well,
why don't you just sleep with your uncle? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
So I went ahead. I did not know that person was going to be like that when that happened. And
Be
then
like what? Hold
as
on.
things went on-
Be like what? You mean at court trying to get 50-50 custody? That the court agreed with, that you fought against? What do you mean? You didn't know he was going to step up and be a good father? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's fucking ridiculous.
Like,
Okay,
you didn't know he
well,
wasn't going to show up to the visits? Is
No, I
that what you're
didn't
talking
know.
about?
I did not know it was.
Oh, so let me get this
50-50.
straight. You slept with this dude and didn't know he was going to show up for the visits. And now that he doesn't show up for the visits, now your child doesn't need him. Now your child just needs a father figure. Your father, for example, or the uncle, for example.
Yep, and we've moved on perfectly. We've moved on. Now I'm happy married.
Okay.
He has a beautiful step.
I think I'm going to move on. I think I'm going to move on. All right.
Shout out to Before the Billions sat there quietly through all that nonsense. Shout out to Before the Billions in the building. Man. The whole the horror story ended. The horror story ended with the simp bailout plan. Let's give Ramil his flowers. Hoes are winning. Hoes are winning. She got the simp bailout. She got the simp bailout plan. I know how that goes because I've been on the other end of that simp bailout plan. I've been there. I've done that, and I know how it works. I know how when you marry a woman with kids, they want to do everything they can to just delete from existence, scrub from the record, the actual biological dad, even when he's trying to be there. And when your mind is gone, you don't see, like I can guarantee this man, he don't see what she's doing right there to the actual dad. He don't see it. He don't see it. But he will see it. He will see it when the two of them break up and they get a divorce. And I'm assuming that they're going to have kids during that time. He's going to be on the receiving end of the same type of thing. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Like you can take to the bank. I guarantee her argument about how he wasn't there at the prenatal visits, the doctor visits, him not being there, and that's why he doesn't deserve to be in the life of the child. Okay, this man was there in the new stepdaddy. Yeah, he's there in the life of this kid that ain't his and the kids that he's going to have with her in the future. If you haven't already had children with her, and I guarantee she's going to still have the same playbook. If you're not with me, you don't get 50-50 access. You don't get to raise your kids 50-50. You don't get 1 week on, 1 week off. They my kids. You better be attached to me doing what I want you to do, when I want you to do it, how I want you to do it. Otherwise, you done. Kiss me and the kids goodbye. And the courts enable that. Shout out to everybody in the building. All right, we almost 2 hours in, more than enough time to open this bad boy up. More than enough time to open this bad boy up. Let me put the link in the chat for y'all. See if your blood boil from hearing Lucifer. See if your blood boil quite like mine when you hear that. Shout out to everybody who dropped a super chat on it. About to acknowledge those. I know Perfect Blackness sent one a minute ago. Let me try to go and pull those up. See if I can get to them. Let's see where we at. I see Theo in the building. See Al Boogie. He says we should advocate for filter and makeup removal. Damn. Yes, I read that one. Shout out to you. Sugar Bum looks like a dude using a gender switch filter. Okay. She's hidden. She's in the forbidden zone. I actually forgot to play whenever I had to get a chick out of here for good. Whenever she get tossed out the game, I forgot to play this. She inappropriately touched an official, and get her the hell out of here. I forgot to play that for Sugar Bum and get her the hell out of here. I forgot to play it, but yeah, but no, we had to get Sugar Bum the hell up out of here. I barely even know what she did. But I know I saw her getting timed out to infinity and beyond. Gail was timing her out. It was all dudes timing her out. I know y'all probably were just being petty. I don't think Gail is not Gail is not so liberal with the timing out. She don't time out. She only time out people when they just saying destructive things. But yeah. Stand by. I see somebody coming into he dripped out. But shout out to Theo Waff in the building. The link is in the chat. Y'all can come on in. Come on in, get a piece of this thing. Come on in. Says, it's due to women like this that I use my passport. No more horror stories for me. I'm happy. Viva Brazil. Good women here. Shout out to Theo down in Brazil. He showed the shot from his hotel room. It was beautiful. It was definitely beautiful. Perfect Blackness in the building. Said Andrew Anderson is equally cowardly to dismiss those pushed into desperation, especially when the injustice that put him there goes unanswered. Yeah. That's why it's a difficult one to talk about. I don't want to justify. I don't want to sound like I'm justifying somebody doing what he did, but I'm not going to say anything to discredit or discount what a man goes through. I had similar. I went through I went through some similar things. It just I'm a mentally healthy, non-suicidal person. You take somebody who got some mental issues and that's not getting properly treated. Then you take a system that gets to exploit, take advantage, and just kick men in the nuts. And then it's going to result in suicide, if not, in this case, more. In this case, more than suicide. Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad. I barely can even that's why I didn't do content on it. I can't even put proper words together on that situation. I can't. Perfect Blackness, he said, that issue really hit home with me, expecting fathers to simply eat injustice. I think I read that one, but I'll read it again because it was good. Eat injustice quietly has to end. If fathers cannot count on the courts for redress of injustice, just where should fathers turn? Uncle Ben Rice's nephew says, it doesn't matter what race or gender you are. If you think fathers are not needed, you're branded an enemy to me. Absolutely. 100%. 492 people in the building. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We do this. We go in, we go hard pretty much every day during the week. So make sure that you strap on in, come on in and hit that like button. And hit that subscribe. Hit that subscribe. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Leon008 says, my woman is a 5'1", 159 pounds, 8 months pregnant. A lot of that weight crap is some bullshit. Kinda. Like I said, they be dipping nachos in chocolate ice cream. They will eat fucking. They will spend like $17 at Taco. It's hard to spend $17 at Taco Bell. They'll buy $17 worth of Taco Bell and wash that down with some chocolate syrup. That's how pregnant women eat. So that's where a lot of that weight gain come from. But if you keep a normal, healthy diet while you're pregnant, you'll have your pregnant belly. Yeah, you'll gain a little weight. But some of it they be clowning. But then again, there's the crazy cravings too. So there's that. But no, you don't have to completely blubberfy in every inch of your body during the pregnancy. No, you don't have to. But again, pregnancy is pregnancy, and it's an not abnormal because it is normal, but it's a situation. I understand where you're coming from. I'll just say that. I understand where you're coming from, but it's not an open shut case. Number 16 in the building, he said, this woman is an example of the average woman that some of you guys think can be fixed. I don't know who you're talking about there. Don't straw man the space. He says, speaks with a stern talking to and being in your masculine. Okay. I'll give you that about the masculine, the masculine frame dudes. Yes. The masculine frame dudes do be thinking that you can alpha your way through a chick like that. I will give you that one. I ain't with that. Michael Merriweather in the building. He says the simp who married her is doomed. Absolutely. Snuggle 668 in the building. Drop the link. I ain't dropping shit. I mean, I already dropped it. I ain't playing your music though. Nope. I ain't playing. If you ask me to play your music, I ain't playing it. That's the deal. You got to be nice, Snuggles. Drew M in the building. Can't believe someone married her. Man. All right. We're gonna go first to let's do this. Let's do it like this. Let's go to I see. Let's see. What was I doing? I think we got Chaos in the building. What's going on?
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, on the board. It's funny, Bernard. When I was checking that upload, because I was watching that whole live stream, and I missed maybe like 30 to almost an hour during when people were coming up. I did not know that young chick, I'm not sure if she's in her 20s, probably she is, came up and really rationalized that she don't really need that man involved because he did not play no involvement while she was pregnant. And to me, that's
she did.
That's she was he involved? Look like she was.
No. I was saying yes, she did rationalize that. Yeah.
So my think is okay. Because he did not want to be around while you're pregnant until the baby come out. Now you're in your logic, he should pay child support, and you have already another man that you're having sex with for the replacement dad, the cleanup man, correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, women cannot say if they want to go there that these dudes don't want to be no involved in their children. That's a lie. Because
did you just say cheering?
I mean, in their kids' lives. Sorry.
He just ain't the color purple. He just said cheering.
we gotta talk Negro logic for this one. But yeah. She said, no, I don't want him involved. Yes, and we're gonna be doing just fine. No, you're gonna damage your little child. Now, God knows it better not be a boy. You get me? Because Lee didn't go really into ask, is a boy or girl? Well, mostly 9 tests could be 50-50. But the point is this, man, that dudes do want to be involved. No doubt. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking right now, bro, we live in dangerous times. These are not just gonna play around. They're just gonna be doing things now. You get me? And women think they could just play this game.
What'd you say?
These I'm trying to keep it PG.
No, but I couldn't understand what you said though.
No, I was saying that dudes are gonna take violent measures for theirs. You get me? Now, you get me?
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Like dudes need to be cutthroat and aggressive. They obviously don't need to do what homeboy did, whose name I can't even remember. I didn't do no content on it, but I know who I'm talking about. They don't need to do that, but they do need to be cutthroat and aggressive and get out in front of it. Me and Lead Attorney actually talked about that. We did a couple one-on-ones with each other, a while back. And yeah, he said dads come into that courtroom when they come to their kids. They come in with they don't have their guard up. They the woman be already ready because she know that it's warfare. Men actually be romantic about this shit. Like they don't understand that you are at war with an enemy. You got to come in with the shield and sword ready for battle. Men don't operate like that when it comes to that courtroom. I know I went into that courtroom not operating like that until I got kicked in the nuts. Had to go back and regroup, hire a whole nother lawyer, and come back ready. Like so, yeah, we clueless and we lost when it comes to that. But yeah. So it's a messed up situation all around. But I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna slide it to somebody else. I see.
If possible, one more thing.
What'd you say?
Can I say one more thing before you move on? It's important.
Yeah. And now, shout out to Stoic One. I think he's dropping you a link down there. Y'all can go subscribe to Chaos Reign. But go ahead, get one more thing, and I want to rotate it to somebody else.
Bernard, they said that it's expensive to fight for your kids, and this man was making over 6 figures, and he's been battling for 3 years. So it makes me think.
Oh, you're talking about the guy who just committed the
Yeah.
act.
Yeah, same
Okay,
dude.
see, I
Yeah.
didn't even know that, but so yeah, no, it is
Oh, you didn't
expensive.
know that? He was making a range of 150 or over 200 a year
Okay,
in his
okay, cool.
profession.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm thinking if he's fighting battle for that long and he has money, what hopes in regards to the regular man if they try to battle this? Not good. Even today, now,
Yeah.
present time. And what I'm hearing what has happened, that one thing what women will do is they're gonna try to use tactics like what they did to him without no actual evidence to cut his resource.
Mm.
So I'm telling dudes right now, you're gonna have to be very, very, very paying attention to who you really deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. All
Mind
right,
you,
I'm gonna move it on. I'm
that's it.
gonna go to somebody else. Yeah,
All right, cool.
appreciate you coming on through. We about to pass it to. We got who do we got in here? What's this? I can't even see your name. Say your name. Say your name, brother.
It's Osmosis Reacts. What's up, Bernard?
Osmosis Reacts. Okay,
Came
what's
over
going
from
on?
TLA's channel.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out to
hit the like and hit the subscribe.
Thank you. Appreciate that. His name is kind of funny to there it is. Y'all can see it right there. Y'all can drop this brother's link in the chat room. I don't know nothing about your content. Hopefully it ain't crazy since I'm dropping your link in my chat room.
Nah, I just started the channel.
I'm just taking a chance.
I speak mainly on Manosphere content, some reactions and things of that nature. I actually did a reaction to this video yesterday because I was on the stream when that girl got to popping all crazy like that. And a lot of that I was currently in with a single mom, and I talked to I know. So I showed her my reaction to the video, which she obviously got triggered by. And
wait, hold on. Why did she get triggered? She get triggered by what the chick was saying, or
well, first she tried to co-sign it a little bit, and I was like, watch the whole video, because she saw TLA popping off, and then we kind of ran through the gamut of her situation with her baby daddy, because I've been involved with them the whole time, and I broke it down like, well, like this, what have you done? She asked me, have I been vindictive? And I was like, you've attempted to be vindictive. I haven't let you be vindictive to him. So
that's deep.
So it's like, and then she told me to give her examples, and I ran the script, and then she got upset about it. She came to understand like the perspective, but I'm saying even somebody I've been involved with in there, and I talked to him before, in his dealings where because he didn't want to deal with me, and I told him, I was like, buddy, I'm your best friend because I'm aware. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna make sure you got access to your kid. You acting like leave it to her in the court system. You'll never see this kid.
Oh my goodness! All right. So I gotta go there with you, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
It's two things. Okay. Are you married to this woman?
No, not yet.
Do you have children? Oh shit, not yet. Okay. Do you got children by this woman?
No.
Okay. Do you sleep easy at night, knowing that this woman's inclination is to be is to undermine this father's authority and presence in the life of his children? Because one thing, I mean, kudos to you for noticing that she's doing it and then trying to stop it. But at the same time, you're moving forward in a relationship with a woman who who you have to be the one to stop her from being like the monster we just saw on the screen. Like, you sleep easy next to
100%.
Sorry, go ahead.
I guess I have no issue because, like I said, when I started getting involved here, admittedly, and this kind of what I tell people, because obviously once you hear the you with the single mom thing, we got together when I wasn't really aware of a lot of things. I was raised in a asylum home, parents together a long time, all that type of stuff. So, it wasn't a big deal. It's like, oh, she's got a kid. I've known her before she had the kid. So it was like, whatever. And yeah, I guess because I'm at where I'm at now I don't have an issue with it. But had I known what I knew back then, I probably would have just never dealt with it. But now, I mean, she doesn't really have the issues now, but going through the process, I think, coming from my perspective, like she trying to kind of get me on board. Like the parallels between that girl and the girl I'm with was the same thing. Like 18, had a rough pregnancy. So I told her, like, look, I get. She was trying to say I get where she's coming from. I was like, I get it, but I'm telling you, where you guys, just because you had a kid young, that man was young too. Like you can't act like just because you were young, you carried the baby, that you somehow are above this man. And you know, they're going through up and down. So I guess your main question is, would I expect her to do the same thing to me?
Right.
No, but I think now I put the parameters in to, if that was to be the case, like this is not just with her, this is with my brother's baby mom and all this other stuff too. Like they were trying to get married. I make sure, you know, men kind of know the parameters now, what you need to encase to protect yourself. Had she wanted to be vindictive, like, yeah, does that make sense, or am I not?
I mean,
I know you're not rocking with it.
No, I understand what you're saying.
I guess I'm saying
it's a bad. No, let me try to make sure I understand where you're at.
Yeah.
You see what she's doing, and then you're doing what you have to do on your part to make sure that she not being spiteful and vindictive and not even understanding and acknowledging how it's best for her child, for the dad to be fully in the life without her impeding any of that progress. So I see that you're doing the right thing, but it's hard to escape. Okay, it's only one or two possibilities.
Yeah.
You can have the hope. You can have the hope that you have changed her mind and her outlook on life to where she's no longer that person anymore, or you or you're in the situation where you know she would essentially be a monster, and the only reason she's not being it because you're stopping her from being that. So you got to deal with the possibility in the future that she may be that monster on you, or you can just cross your fingers and hope that you changed her. And that's one that I wouldn't be willing to do that, but I'm reluctant to say, dude, she giving you all the red. Now keep in mind, these are She giving you all the red flags, man.
I have had the red. So I'm speaking somewhat present and past. Like early on when we were involved, like that was an issue. I don't think she has the issue now, but I think this is where men kind of have to come into this point with these women. Like I put up on all the mandatory talking points, all, you know, I had to put up on game like why this is not the way. And I feel like she's come around to that. So she's not operating in that manner now, but that was like 2 to 3 years of having to like, yo, like, you know, this ain't right, just from my own personal feelings, not even before I got all the knowledge that I know now. And we don't really have the issues with him now. Like he sees the kid, he's got the visitation, and he admittedly doesn't want rights to the kid, but he just wants to know his kid. And like we went through a situation, the judge said, just be clean for 3 months. And he said, nah, I'm good on that. And he would get full custody, but he didn't want to do that.
Full, or you mean 50-50?
50-50. He would get 50-50 custody. Like they'll share responsibility. And he admittedly said he doesn't want to share the responsibility. She's a good mom, but he doesn't want to not be able to see his kid, period. And so like kind of knowing where he was at and knowing where she was at, me being in the middle of that, like she's not really being that way now, but early on, like I said, like I think men kind of have to teach and show like why, you know, get their grasp on the talking points. I'm definitely not advocating. I tell people all the time, like, had I done it again, had I known again, I wouldn't do it again.
But see, here's the thing though.
Yeah.
It's not you saying had I known, had I not done it again, I wouldn't have done it. That's what you say after you've married her and you got kids by her. Right now, y'all not married. There's no legally binding documents at a courthouse holding y'all together. Y'all don't got kids. Y'all name probably not even on the same lease. Like, dude, you can you can escape. But I mean, all right. So I mean, you not at the, you know, when I hold on, let me just say this. When I had my realization of the situation that I was in, I was already married and had, you know, I was married with 2 kids on the table before I woke up and realized what was going on. two of my own biological kids on the
With
table.
her
Plus,
bringing kids into the marriage?
plus no. She had a child before we got married.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I did the whole stepdaddy dance. I did all that, and then after I got my own kids with her, I had 2 kids with her, 8-9 years of marriage, and I just started waking up to the reality of the situation. I was slow to wake up, but it was a situation where really I probably started waking up 6-7 years into the marriage. Probably halfway through I started waking up. It was a situation where I was in too deep, where I had to keep going. So if I see a brother who's not in too deep to where he don't have to keep going, but he's seeing all the red flags, and I'm not in the business of trying to break up a happy home. So that's why I'm hesitating on this. I see y'all clowning him in the chat room. I'm hesitating on this one because I ain't in the business of breaking up happy homes. But I'm just saying, dude, you're seeing a lot of red flags, and if she's showing you who she is. Shout out to Angry Man. I watched a little bit of Angry Man last night. He said that, and I see a lot. I'm about to go ahead and bring y'all up. A lot of brothers down there on camera ready to go. I see Terry Sims. Oh no, wait, hold on. Before the billions, that's what I meant. That's what I tried to bring up for. I see y'all ready to go down there. Listen, Angry Man did something. He was talking last night about his the mother of his children. Okay. I don't know. Like, let me not botch his story. All I know is that she basically he was with a woman who had a guy on child support, and he didn't pay. He was in arrears. He got locked up. When he went to the courtroom with her, okay. He went to the courtroom with her. He saw the dude come out, in full garb, handcuffed, shackled, walking in there like that. And it was him that told her, you got to drop this damn case. You got to flat out drop this damn case. And keep in mind, he said he didn't even like the dude, but he could see that and could see that it was wrong. So him, much like you, it's like, you realize that this stuff is wrong. She got to drop the case. So it's good. It's good when you see that and when you acknowledge that. But that's a tough man. That's a tough one. I'm gonna pass it, man. I'm gonna pass it.
All right.
I don't even know. Just stay there. We're gonna go to is that Dean? Is that Dean? All right, you gotta unmute yourself, Dean. Unmute yourself, Dean. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. It's like dude. This is the last thing I'll say. It's the guy who we talking about who married the chick in the video. It's like you're him before he went and married her. Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead.
Are you muted?
You gotta mute. I gotta unmute, brother. Gotta unmute, brother. You have to click the button to unmute. It's a microphone. Bottom left or right, depending.
Yeah. It's me in the middle.
All right. No, it's man. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna pass the mic. I'm gonna go to TBE trucking while you got to figure out how to unmute yourself. It should be the box that you're looking at of yourself down low. It should be in the upper right hand corner of that box. Fairly simple. But all right, go ahead, TBE trucking. You got it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I've been married 17 years. And one thing I keep telling my sons is don't get married. Don't get married. Look at me. Look at what I'm going through. Like, I literally became a trucker to get out of the house. Like, I gave up my job. I'm making more money now than I was making, but I became a trucker so I didn't have to be home all the time. Like, you don't want to end up in a situation where if you divorce her or leave her, you will never see your kids again. And I know this about my wife. Yes, she loves me. She'll do anything for me. But it came to a point where I just wanted out. She was getting fat. She wasn't taking care of herself. So she knew I was about to leave 2014. She goes and has the surgery. She loses the weight. Bitch fucked around, got pregnant again. So now I have a 7-year-old, a boy, and I can't just leave him. So now I feel stuck.
Wait, hold
So
on,
what I
back up,
did,
back up. Hold on, wait, back up, back up. I was reading the chat. Okay,
yeah,
I
great.
woke back up when you said you had another kid, but this was your wife, correct?
Yeah, it's my wife though. It's my wife. So she had another kid because she felt me pulling away from her. Because she knows that the only thing I would never do is abandon my children.
Mm-hmm.
Like I go through hell and hot water. Like a lot of guys do this. A lot of guys stay in marriages.
Hold on, wait. Were you actively trying to divorce her or something, or were you actively pursuing a divorce?
I was trying to separate from her. I was trying to separate. I told her that, you know, I mean, I think we both, I'm over this. Like, we need to go on our separate ways. And, you know what I mean? So she wanted to do counseling and all this shit. Then she had the weight loss surgery. And when she had the weight loss surgery, I was going through, I had lost my job. Then I had to get another job. So I went through like this period where I was just in flux. I wasn't doing anything, making any decisions. Then once I started back working, she had lost the weight. So I was like, well, maybe
Is
this
that
might
when you
work
got her
out. She's
pregnant?
not old. Then right after that, she got pregnant.
Okay, so she lost the weight and start back looking good. Then your pull-out game got weak, or what? That's more or less what
Pull-out
happened.
game got super weak, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So
All
when
right.
she had this boy, then after that, I knew I was done. Like I'm just stuck now. There's nothing I can do because I'll never see that boy again if I leave her now.
So damn, you saying you actively don't want to be with her?
No, that's why I became a truck driver. So that gives me my space away from her. I can do whatever I'm doing on the road, whatever, get that out my system, and I go home and I'm good. I have no outlet when I'm just home, stuck home, working 8, 10 hours, and then having to go home every night to a miserable situation that I find miserable. And a lot of guys are in this situation. They're in a situation where they're
you
actually stuck. They don't have an outlet to become a truck driver or stay out from home. They have to go home and face that woman that they don't really want to be with night after night because they will lose their entire family if they don't.
Yeah, you legitimately in a situation like your situation is more legitimate. It just sounds like
Yeah.
you're unhappy, but out of duty because like you've been married 17 years and you got children. You got to
Yeah, I have to
ride it
take
out.
care of my
You
kids. I
got it.
gotta
Yeah. So
take care of my
yeah,
home.
that's a situation that that's a situation I can support. All right, you already in it. Y'all are married and you got kids on the table. The difference with you and I can't remember. I'm messing up. I'm gonna botch your name
Osmosis.
again.
Osmosis reacts.
The difference
Yeah.
between you and Osmosis reacts is he's not married. There's no legally binding documents at the courthouse. He don't have children. They don't like y'all damn near like you could damn near and you could end that shit with a text message. But anyway, all right, I'm a skip before I'm gonna skip before the business in Leonard Roy. I want to hear what Judge Zilla got to say because I think Judge Zilla took the link. I think you want to talk to Osmosis, so I'm gonna let you have it, man.
Dude, okay, Osmosis. Let's engage in a thought exercise here. In this thought exercise, you are a bank manager. All right? You oversee all the operations inside this bank. Okay? I am a bank robber.
Take it, that's the female, I guess.
I walk into your bank and I hold up one of your tellers. Teller hits the signal button. You know what's going down. I rob your teller. Now, what I do is I go to exit the building. Does it make sense that you would then, on my way out, while I'm on my way out, hand me an application to be a bank teller?
Is that a retort?
We're doing this thought exercise.
No, go ahead, run it. Nah.
So, where are some corollaries within this story?
Are you want me to answer it?
I mean, you can. I mean, I would appreciate it. You don't have to. I mean, I'm just.
I get where you're going, but yeah. I think we all get where you're going.
Just you know.
So analogies aside, though, the main point, because we know you have a main point.
Well, that I mean, it's just an illustration of said point.
Yeah.
You know, it's an artistic way of bringing that across. Like, how is this not connecting to you? How do you think that you're the exception to the rule?
I mean, it's almost the same as Bernard said. There's no risk as for right now. There's no risk for me as far as like I could end on a text message. It's not anything that's going to cost me.
No, it will cost you.
If she was to not get in line, it won't cost me anything.
No. Okay, take the lesson.
As far she knows this.
Take the lesson. Take the lesson from TBE Trucking. Take the
Yeah.
lesson from TBE Trucking.
Wait, let's push pause on real quick.
Judge
Dilla, hold on. Let's push pause real quick. TBE Trucking, when you were plotting on leaving the marriage, you already had a kid, correct?
Yeah, we had 3 kids.
So y'all had 3 kids before you messed up and had the last one when she got skinny again.
Right.
Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, the chat room, y'all wrong when it comes to TBE Trucking. If
they're
you're
reacting instead of listening.
Hold on. I want to pass it back to Judge, but if you in that deep where y'all married and got 3 kids, I understand a man just saying the hell with my happiness.
You can't walk away from that.
Yeah, duty and honor. I understand. Unless she just outright just throwing hot grits on you or having sex with the mailman. Other than that,
she just became unattractive. That's all.
Yeah, she just became unattractive and probably a little bitchy. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, a little bitchy because she was unattractive, so she was miserable. So when misery feeds on other people, you know what I mean?
Got it. Yep, got it. I can support him riding it out of just being the duty to his children. I can respect that. All right, go ahead.
What I'm talking about is the 7-year-old, right? Right. So osmosis, you can be easily in his position that he is in with this 7-year-old.
You about trucking?
Yes, because you're still having sex with this woman. If you're having sex with this woman, there is a risk of pregnancy.
Correct.
You understand this, correct?
Correct.
So how do you figure that there is no risk?
Okay,
and I want to illustrate this because we're talking to you. We're talking about the guy that is married or fiance or whatever to the other chick on the other show, right? You're not alone in your situation, but apparently you guys always think that you're the exceptions.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm the exception. I'm saying I'm not naive to the risk. Like I'm okay with it. I'm not really tripping on it.
Right, but you've just contradicted yourself. You're saying there's no risk, and now you're saying you're not naive to the risk.
I'm accepting your notion that getting her pregnant is a risk, but I'm saying I'm okay with my understanding of my grip on her, that I'm not really worried about it. And to Bernard's point, to in the position I am right now, had she not fallen on, got her act together, et cetera, like he said, I could end it on a text message right now. That's the risk I don't carry. The risk, like you said, you're still having sex. Yes, she'd get pregnant, and we'd have to move forward. But
the risk is that your relationship turns sour, and there's not a you that replaces the you in this scenario now.
Sure enough. But here's my thing. Here's my thing.
Because she only got right by your story. She only got right because of your guidance.
By having a solid man, correct. But my other point to that, like you said, there could be a you, there's a you. Like we say it's not her. Like, you know what I'm saying? To my point, she's trained and molded to the point that I need her to be in. I can go get another chick. All relationships are risk. I can go get another one. She can flip on me tomorrow.
You're missing this point. The point is not getting the other chick. The point is you're willfully walking into the situation to be treated like the man that was in the situation before you.
No, I'm saying my aversion of the risk is that this is a female I've got trained in the mentality in which I think is acceptable. And I can go get someone else to train them in the same mentality. But that, like you said, I mean, Truck seemed like a solid man. He's been married many years.
I'm not clowning Truck.
No, I'm not saying you're clowning. I'm saying a woman could switch up at any given moment. It doesn't matter who it is.
And she's almost guaranteed to switch up when the relationship goes sour. So the woman that you know now becomes your enemy when this relationship becomes sour. And what that man previous to you went through, you will go through. The odds are likely in that scenario, no matter how many, because you are no longer her force of reckoning or her direction, her compass.
Let me say this. Or let me put it like this. When I was doing the stepdaddy dance and everything, there was things that she was doing that was I said I wasn't going to be talking about my divorce, my ex-wife. I'm trying to get past doing that. My channel getting too big for me to be talking about her because it's not right. But so I try to be very, very vague here. But there were similar parallels between the chick in that video and what I saw how I saw my ex-wife treating the the dad to her son. I can she thought the same way, she operated the same way, and I was a weak blue pill simp letting it ride, thinking that okay, it must be his fault. He's doing something wrong. I was that dummy. I freely admit that. Okay. Fast forward 13 years later, me and her getting a divorce. The same monster that I failed to see with the veil over my eyes. I failed to see it, but looking back at it, yeah, she was wrong in a lot of stuff in the dealings with the dad. Okay, she was wrong in so much stuff when I look back at it. The same stuff that she was wrong on, that stuff was amplified times 10 with me. The same stuff that she was doing when me and her separated and we parted ways as amicably as I tried to do it as amicable as possible, tried to make sure she was okay even before the court even ordered me to give anything to her. I was basically cutting stuff in half, making sure she was taken care of. Before I moved out, I made sure some bills was paid up, took care of some things. I was doing the whole dance, the whole song and dance. Did not matter. She the same way that she was acting towards the dad to the biological dad to her first child, the same way that she acted the same exact. She acted worst towards me because it was more build up. It was more. It was more to lose. It was more invested. So she went 10 times harder at me.
She's going to turn from pride to X23 on you.
And I was the good guy who took care of the kid that wouldn't mind, who tried to do everything what they say the right way, and so no, I mean, I understand that you feel that you've molded her and shaped her, but that's fire that you're playing with an extreme amount of fire. There's no way around that.
Well, let me even naive to even think that he molded and shaped her. You can't mold and shape a woman. A woman will act accordingly of whether or not she finds you valuable or not.
And that's my point.
If she finds you valuable, she'll fall in line.
And when you break it, hold on, TBE. You just made a good point. Is if she no longer finds you valuable, she's going to go back and do that stuff. Right now, you're valuable to her. What happens when that relationship fails? You're no longer valuable to her. She's going to be that monster again. But that's going to be that monster to you. I want to. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you get a word in, then we're gonna pass it before.
I don't want to get into the conversation like obviously I wouldn't, like I said earlier, I wouldn't recommend or encourage no one else to go that route, but I'm there. But like you said, if you're valuable, that's where she kind of falls in line because the value's there. And yeah, if you lose the value, but then that makes me question, like, where are you as a man? And we're not riding just for the single mom situation. That's with any woman, single mom or not. All of them.
What do you mean by that? Where are you as a man? I'm talking about if y'all break up. If y'all break up, if y'all relationship goes sour and you don't want to be with her no more, and y'all break up, then the value is absolutely lost. I'm not talking about
from my end. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, or if she good. I mean, clearly she got some. I mean, clearly
if the relationship breaks up, there is no value on either side for you or her. Therefore, there's no reason for her to act in a way that you agree with or that benefits you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Therefore,
okay.
you will then be in the same position as the man previous to you.
Yeah.
You ever want to see
I
a woman's
want to,
true nature? You'll see how she acts after you get married. After you
or
get married,
or
she'll turn right into the monster that she
or after
normally is.
or after y'all break up.
Yes.
Right.
Or yeah. So but no, I do
Yeah,
want
I
to
go.
pass it before the billions. Hey,
Thanks
y'all
for
came
having me,
through.
Bernard. I'm gonna drop off here.
Oh, thank yeah, Judge. Thanks, man. I was being nice. You came in hit hard, man. I and into the hashtag they don't care army, as it's proved right here. These conversations are for men. So stop with the hashtag they know. It's
Yeah.
men that don't know, and it's
I
men
got a
that need the
question, Bernard.
information. It's men that got things like this. Like so, yeah. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Bernard, I got a question.
Who's that talking?
I'm a that's me,
Oh, that's
TV.
TBE. Okay, go ahead.
I'm new to this manosphere, and I'm starting to see more and more women come into this manosphere. How do you all know they can be trusted? Just
Hey, that's
because
a
they
whole
have
that's,
some
time
simple
out.
talking points.
Time out. That's a whole nother subject. We've dealt with that on this show. And I got some content coming down the pipeline where we're going to dig into that a little more. So I don't even want to change topic. But
I'll get back on here when you start on
but
that,
no.
because I got a lot of them I'm suspect of.
Hit my email. I'll send you a link to that discussion being had, because I've had that discussion on my show, but we're gonna explore that a little more potentially in the future. So but we got to go to before the billions.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you, Bernard, for
What's
having me on.
going on? What's going on? Oh shit, he froze.
Yeah, man. So, and we actually.
There you go. You
Oh,
back.
can you hear me?
Well, no, you froze for a second, but I think you back.
Yeah, I think StreamYard is messing up. I guess, or maybe my internet's messing up.
You good now?
Money
You good
for
now?
the AT&T, but yeah. So I was actually on the video when all this stuff was happening, and I actually knew the girl. I had been on a few panels with her previous to this, so I was already familiar with her and everything, and it was weird because it's like, okay, I already know this person, and then they come up and then they say all this stuff. Not really. I guess you can call it
Before the billions.
reading the room about. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you. It's just that you it's
Okay.
like you pausing, you lagging. Just try one more time. If not, then we're gonna drop you down and you come back in.
Yeah, I can call in on my other phone, but I just make the point real quick is that I already knew, was familiar with her. She didn't read the room, and you already saw like it was so many people. There was so many people saying like, okay, how you gonna come into this space talking like this? It's really just oversharing, because she didn't have to divulge this information. Like, she told her whole story, which was vehemently opposed to what TLA talks about. So, with that being said, now after everything has happened, I'm seeing some comments on the girl's page and stuff, and I'm like, okay, now they comparing TLA to Satan and everything else. I was just like, what? They call this man the devil. I would read the message for you, but it's like it just sounds so crazy that they saying that he's worse than Kevin Samuels and stuff. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. It's just, okay, so he disagreed with what you said and kicked you off the panel. There's no need to be going in on TLA or calling his character out and stuff like that. Am I
Yeah,
still
a
talking?
lot of these
No,
women
you
need to be
good.
kicked off
They
this
just
panel.
killing you. They just killing you. But no, that's crazy. When you hopped on panels with her before, she just acted. Did she act like a normal, well-adjusted human being when you was on panels with her before?
Now, well, I will say this is that the answer to your question is she was okay, but her whole thing is that she's really into the Real Housewives and stuff like that. So, she watches a lot of this reality TV stuff, and I'm just like, no, that's actually I would think that would be a red flag right there, But
Yeah.
I feel like it's a pretty bad look when you saying, okay, I did this to my previous relationship, my baby daddy, but then you're saying that, oh, she's pregnant now with her, and she's married. So I'm like, okay, so did the husband not know all this stuff, or what was the issue? Did he not pick up on this? But overall, it's a bad look, right?
Yeah,
And
man.
it does say something like, it makes you feel like, and then TLA had to correct me. I don't know if you saw what I said after that, but DLA did have to correct me when I was talking about rethinking, the marriage. She wasn't she wasn't even married to the baby daddy. They, this kind of situation can happen to you without you even being married, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's actually, extremely scary, because now you have to think about it, like, okay, do you even have kids, or do you even get married? Like, what are the options, right? But
Yeah.
Well, before the beans, I thought you said you weren't gonna entertain getting married, right? Is that what you said on TLA?
no, I say I want to get married, but then when you watch these responses and stuff like that, you see how women think about marriage and children and stuff like that. It's almost like, okay, do I want to take the risk of getting hurt like this, or I said in my response that I had to be sure, but then there's so many people in the comments saying, "Oh, here goes this vetting argument again," and then it's like, okay, they can
Well,
completely change and stuff like that on you.
yeah, with the vetting thing, okay, vetting is absolutely 100% important, but lead attorney said it best when he was talking to Anton, because Anton, y'all know Anton's talking points. But and lead attorney said, "Hey, I talked to you. I've seen your interactions with your wife." I think he said he talked to his wife, and lead attorney said, based off my experience around married couples, he said, "Y'all seem cool. Y'all seem absolutely cool. You don't got nothing to worry about." However, one thing that you can't plan for, you cannot plan or adjust for how this person is going to think, where they're going to be at emotionally, where their mind state is going to be at. You can't plan or account for where her head is going to be 10 years from now. I don't care how alpha you are. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how great of an environment you got her with that, resting in her femininity or whatever the hell, with her fleeting erratic emotions. You never know. She may get 47 years old and think, I think I got like one last whole phase left in me. Let me go ahead and get up out of here. You never know what's going to happen. The kids, the kids can be just about grown. A woman can it. So that you don't know. You can you can have reasonable expectations for the near future. You don't know what's going to happen 10 years down the road. It's impossible to know that. It's impossible to know. I know if I look at me at 20 years old, and 30 years old. Yes, there was a lot of things that was the same, but in many ways, I wasn't the same person at 20 that I was at 30, and nowhere near the same person right now going on 40. I'm 39. I'll be 40 next year. Nowhere near the same person heading into 40 as I was at 30. Now take that and then multiply it by 10 when it comes to a woman's emotions. Who the hell you're gonna be married to 10 years from now. So that part is impossible to plan for. You can do whatever you can once if you go ahead and sign up to get in the eye of that storm. You can do everything you can to try to minimize the harm, to affect the environment the best way you can. But no, it's no foolproof plan. It's not. But all right, we're gonna pass it.
Let me say this one last thing.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Facts. Open your mind. Right.
Yo, I just wanted to say that real quick with the voice changer.
Oh shoot, I gotta get one of those.
Thank you so much, Bernard, man. I'll talk to you later.
Yep, thank you. And thank you, Gail, dropping Before the Billions links in the chat. I don't even know who all up here got channels and who don't, but moderators, y'all know go ahead and drop links in the chat. I see the super chats. I'm gonna get to them, but I know when the conversation get good, I don't always want to stop it with the super chats. I don't want to slow down the offense. We in a shotgun with 5 wide receivers. I don't want to, I don't want to slow down the offense. But Leonard Roy. Leonard,
are you not married now, or are you not gonna get married again, or what was your situation now?
What are you talking about, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not married now, and I'll say that and leave that there. I'm not married now. I'm in a I am in a relationship, a happy monogamous relationship. I'll give you that. I'll give you
Fair
that.
enough.
That's yeah. I'm in a relationship, but right after the marriage, I was on some. I ain't never getting in a relationship, never,
Thanks.
ever. But yeah. So I have 4 years out there slinging and dangling and doing my thing, and then it wouldn't. I got a little tired of it. I got focused on my goals and this and that, and I was slowed down. And then I did during that time met a chick that was solid. So I was like, hey, I can get all this all this being out there,
It definitely slowed
being
down your goal.
I had to get all that chasing, chasing out of my life so I can focus on what I need to focus on, and just one solid chick that adds to it. Yeah, and I'm good. I'm good and solid right there, and that's where I'm at with it. But we got to go to Lenard Roy. You got all kind of background noise, but go ahead and
me?
speak. Hold on, wait, don't move. Hold on. Yep, that's you. I muted you, and then the background noise went away. It's like a shh.
Oh, that's the fan on the laptop.
Okay, well, just go ahead. We gonna alpha our way through it. We gonna alpha our way through it.
That's the fan on the laptop.
No, that's just go ahead, talk. We good.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We gonna alpha our way through
I
that.
didn't change my settings from when I do my DJ live stream. My bad. Oh, I got to get this thing down packed. Now, for the young brother, osmosis reacts from an old man like myself. If you're a young man, you don't have any children, you need to be with your equal, with a woman that does not have any children, bruh. Do not set yourself up for failure being with someone that already has a child in tow and did not even have a husband prior to having that child in tow. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it, bruh. I'm 58 years old. I'm giving you the truth. Don't do that to yourself, young brother. I wouldn't do it to me.
And see, y'all straight gangster with it.
I hear you.
I don't know why I do have a hard time just telling somebody if they tell me they happy. I have a hard time saying, dude, leave her right now.
I'm not saying leave the chick. I'm not saying leave her. You good where you at? Hey, get in where you fit in.
No, but he's not good. But okay.
Well, we already know that. We've came to consensus of that.
Yeah,
but he's feeling good where he at. I mean, come on. It's better. It's better for you out there. It really is. I mean, my son had to learn that the hard way and get his head bumped against the wall. Fortunately, he and this female, they did not produce any children. Right?
Right. Yeah.
He was trying to be, Mr. Helper. I'm that guy. She never had a chance. These Pookie and Ray Rays, as they call them, blah, 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 blah. Okay. That was real cute until they started having disagreements. What's the first thing happened? He leaves her. He's done with the whole situation. She gets pregnant again by one of her two other baby daddies. I'm assuming. Unless it's some third dude. Now he's in a whole new relationship, been there for 3 years with a woman that does not have any children. He doesn't either. They're doing great. Now she tries to pop up. I just wanted to see what was going on. Nothing's going on with you. I hope that my voice is carrying over the background noise.
No, you good. No, you good. We can hear you. What you touched on that was real good is that I think you're talking about your son when you said that he basically felt like he wanted to give her a chance because he felt like she hadn't really had a chance. It was the wrong guys that she was dealing with. Like that's the epitome of being what we call blue pill when you think
savior complex.
Yeah, that's the epitome of it. You don't think that she made actual choices in who she was with, that it was just she was just a wonderful person. It was these horrible men who just infringed upon her like she had no thoughts in her head about what she was doing. No conscious decisions was being made by her. It's like, no, like that's the epitome of being blue pill. When you're red pill, when you understand that women, they out here operating and making decisions on who they going to be with, why they going to be with them, and the whole works. And the whole works.
Yeah,
When
resource vampires.
when they get knocked up by some dude who, for whatever reason, even in some cases, like the case with the video that I played from Lead Attorney, the dude was actually there trying to be there. But when they get knocked up by that dude who's not going to be there, who ain't worth nothing, they know exactly where to find the simp. And so the $1 million question, and shout out to Obsidian with this, if they knew how to identify that good man after they was pregnant, that means they knew how to they know a good man from a non-good man. That means they knew how to identify him beforehand. Once we acknowledge that they know where to find a decent man, then it's no excuses. It's no excuses. So yeah,
it's none. That's like when I go visit home. You got these doggone get it girl grannies that's out there, right? Because I'm 58 years old, so I'm gonna call them what they are. They're the get it girl grannies. Nah,
get it girl grannies. What you talking about?
Get it girl grannies.
Them 43-year-old grandmamas who be still twerking and whatnot.
55.
They still twerking. They still twerking at 55.
Yeah. I always liked you. No, you didn't. You called me Len the nerd like everybody else. But you're smelling gravy. You're seeing doggone stability. Now you're rewinding everything that you did wrong in your life and you want that stability. That's a no. Coming from me. No, I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up, pimping. I'm like this. I'm 58 years old. I'm trying to get them last few out. You know what I'm saying? Before I leave the planet. That's my thing. I'm having a ball. Man, I'm doing the whole food, not just a little bit of it. The whole food. Yeah, I went by this woman's house talking about Netflix and chilling, and we over there, and a grandkid ran across the front, then ran across the back. I'm like, what is it? And that's my grandson. Man, I left. What you leaving for? Because we ain't gonna do nothing tonight. Kids don't go to sleep, and that's your grandson. Why your grandson is not with your daughter at home? I didn't come over here. What you thought I just came to watch a movie? Well, you delusional. I left, man.
Better put it on some Blues Clues on the TV and set the kid down and go sneak into the back and get you some of that granny booty.
Man, I'm in the Metro Atlanta area. It's too many doggone women as available options down here for me. I'm having a ball.
All right, man.
I'm serious. If a man in the Metro Atlanta area is dealing with the dryness, it's just something wrong with him because there's too many of them out here. They say 17 to 1. I say the male to female ratio. For us that aren't LGBT.
I tried to look up that 17. I tried to look up that 17 to 1 stat. I couldn't find it nowhere. I don't think that's accurate.
It's like 43 to 1.
Nah, when I look up, okay, it is an imbalanced male to female ratio in Atlanta, but it ain't. I couldn't find the 17 to 1, but it is an imbalance.
Right. I mean, it ain't documented from what I done seen. It ain't documented. I mean,
if somebody got a link. If somebody, I got to get to the super chats now. But if somebody got a link to the 17 to 1, I'll be happy to check that out. But I gotta get to the super.
My last point, brother. My last point. I promise.
All right, make it quick.
Last point. Now I was at this party downtown, right? I know the DJs that's down there. We doing what we do, right? Chopping it up, DJ talk. Some female walked up to me that know my reputation from the house music circuit. I'm like, I could be anything you want me to be tonight. I'm like, can you be gone? I didn't come here for that. You know what I'm saying? You just go, because I'm Leonard Remix Roy. Here, take my body. Man, you might have MP12 or something. Go on over there. Music is MP3. She may have had MP12. I don't know. Go on over there, Felicia. I didn't come here for that. Yeah, and for all the people that came on your panels in the chat, not Leonard, because Leonard this, Leonard that. Well, you all just got egg on your face, didn't you? See, they thought I was going to come in here trying to troll and attack your channel. I ain't got time for that madness. Miss me. They got a big old bye, Felicia. You dig?
Shout out to Leonard. I don't even know if Leonard got I don't even know if Leonard got a channel. If he got a channel, moderators, drop it in the chat. But we about to go to I think just another young Zoe. But before we go to him, we do gotta acknowledge the super chats. Okay, but I think I already read this one. Shout out to Hoop Jargon, shout out to Big Mike Drop, shout out to Leroy. TLA, okay, yep, I read that one already. Let me find the ones that I didn't get to. He said this interview goes right to the heart of the problem. Family course creates kind of blind entitlement. Yep, read that one. Think I read Theo's. He said it's due to women like this that I use my passport. Right on. Uncle Ben, read that one. Where we at though? Michael Merriweather, the simp who married her is doomed. Right on. Okay, now I caught up to the one. There goes Snuggles again. Just dropped the link. Play. Nope. Don't play your music if you ask. Says I can't believe someone married her. Right on. And this was where I left off at. My man Jonathan Barronville says Bernard is extra bougie nowadays. Don't act like I ain't see you drinking. No, I wouldn't, man. Cut it out. I wouldn't drink it with my pinky finger out. Cut it out. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. But no, sometimes when I drink out of this cup, see, when I drink out of this bad boy, sometimes the pinky finger can't help but be out with this one. Yeah, that's I can't. Yeah, sometimes the pinky finger got to come out with that one. But cut it out, JB. Cut it out. But no, thanks for the super chat. Oh, and I saw the text you sent me about the little clip. I may do something on that. A perfect storm in the building. He says I was raised by a stepfather, but I would never ever be a stepfather. Right on. Yeah, a stepfather played a major part in my life as well. But I still don't mean I'm about to go around recommending brothers do it. If you're a decent brother, good head on your shoulders, yeah, go start your own family from the ground up. Absolutely. Said this is space. He said this is why this space. He said this is why we need this space to teach young men a code. She should not be able to date or marry any man because they know what she did to the father. Absolutely. Black Wolf Inc. in the building says, play my music. Let's make Snuggle unsnuggly. You know what? To make Snuggles unsnuggly, I think that's a worthy cause. Shout out to Black Wolf Inc. in the building, and shout out to No Guarantees. He said, "BR, what if she gives you everything you want? Everything. Where's it at? I haven't played that in a while.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want. Everything? Everything. You.
Shout out to No Guarantees for the $10 super chat. Shout out to Osworld 123 in the building with the $20 super chat. Shout out to number 16. He says, why are you dealing with don't call this woman a bitch. That's rude. We just described the behavior and and that behavior is bitch behavior. No, but he said, why are you dealing with a bitch that would keep her child estranged from their father? Beta. I got to get that Jesse Lee Peterson. Beta male. Beta male. I would have killed you with that one. I ain't gonna lie. If I would have, if I would have had that Jesse Lee Peterson beta queued up, I would have been killing you with that one. I got to get that ready to go. JC in the building. He says, "My guy, you ain't special. I'm telling you, red flags." Perfect Storm in the building. He says he thinks she won't do that to me, but the odds are not in his favor. Shout out to Logic Sphere. He says, "You are next, bro. Don't be dumb." Shout out to Nick Penn with $20 super chat. He says, "Bro, I knew the sex, know the sex is good, but you better hashtag get out of there. LOL. Praying mantis right next to you." Yeah, let's go ahead and ask an inappropriate question. How bad is this chick, man? What's how is she like fine as hell? Got small waist, fat ass? Like, okay, that's inappropriate. But but
he's solid. But let me say the
that's what let me finish the super chat. He might be blinded by ass right now. I mean, hey, you never know. I mean, if you just screen share a picture of her and then we'll just back up off you. Hey, we understand. Go on and let her ruin your life, bro. Go on and let it. You gonna enjoy every minute. But Jackie Jack in the building. Hey, shout out to Jackie Jack, who I be calling Janet Jack. I mean, she came through on my little pre-recorded clip that I dropped yesterday. She definitely came through and brought the heat on that. I see this is where I like the women in this space, where they just chill, they be in the audience, they donate, they super chat, and every now and then they hop on the panel and say something that makes sense, but they ain't in here with a damn content strategy trying to hijack Manosphere talking points to grow a channel and fake and pretend like they, those are the ones that get side-eye. But the ones who just pull up a chair and enjoy, don't even got a channel, ain't trying to start one. Maybe they do like a little bit of attention, but still, they just chilling. They just here to supporting the space, supporting the stream. Shout out to Janet. Shout out to Jackie Jack. Jack, I might rent you up. You've been cool. No, it's a couple times you said some crazy shit. I don't know. But shout out to Jackie Jack. She be cool. She cool people. He says she didn't change if she reacted. She didn't change if she reacted to your video like that. Gambling in Strag Palace. I think she's quoting Angry Man on that one. Shout out to the Angry Man. Shout out to Jackie Jack. He said, Leonard, you gotta kick a juvenile freestyle on this one. Yeah, I saw you. Shout out to John Henrik Tour. Says, forget this dude. Let her run his pockets. Man, gone. John Henrik back in the building says, hashtag they know. Simps keep hashtag hoes winning. Al Boogie in the building says Wi-Fi stuttering like the boxer from Harlem Nights. Damn. My man RX-O in the building says, greetings concerning stepdaddyism. I see it as this: are willing to eat at a restaurant that's known for bad service and food poisoning by so many others. Things to think about. My man Before the Billions came back in here with another one. Says before AT&T fiber. Oh man, they was killing you. Al Boogie in the building says Before the Billions has to vet his wireless service. Absolutely. And for those of you who sent a super chat while I was reading all of those super chats, for those of you, let's see. Shout out to Jamal L in the building. See, I've been reading super chat so long, I'm losing viewers. But I had to acknowledge the people that support the stream. Just y'all the ones that make it all possible. I saw Game Changer down there. Shout out to GC. Shout out to everybody. Consider becoming a member. Folks, consider becoming a member. Appreciate everybody who joined the membership. Every now and then I take the streams down and put them on the membership page. So if you miss it live, if you're a member, you get to see everything, get to put the earbuds in, listen to it at work. Will Brown, and the ones that I make members only are the ones that's normally going to get wild. But Will Brown, he says this broadcast is brought to you by Circuit City. And also all right, I think that's everything. All right, thank you for your patience. Just another young Zoe. You got the flow, you got the mic.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I was just gonna bring up, like, for me, I've been asked this question before about dating single mothers or, potentially being a stepdaddy, and like the easy, quick answer is no. But I do feel like all guys can end up in that situation somehow, some way. There's always going to be a chick bad enough. That's why I thought it was an important question for you to ask. How does she look? Because it's just like, to me, I know that would make a difference if I'm going to be completely honest. But it's not going to be just how she looks that's going to make a difference. Like, that's going to scale. Because like I said, my answer is no initially. But because of someone could be the exception to the rule, they just have to meet those extreme standards for being the exception to the rule. I mean, like, S my D every day. Like, she ain't never gonna go see her baby dad without having S my D before. So that I know when she's over there that I have like a mental.
Wait. What is S my D?
I think he's talking about. I don't
you know what I mean? Like
getting top.
Yeah, getting head. That's why I was trying not to be vulgar. I didn't want to be vulgar.
You said she's not going to go see him without sucking. Without sucking your junk first.
I'm being metaphorical. It's metaphorical.
I get. But why is she going to see him?
Yeah, I don't get going to see
like
him.
Not all right. Let me slow it down. Like, whatever. Like, say the father's still involved in the child's life, and she has to interact with him for whatever reason, within that space. Not like she's going to go see him. Like, I'm just her side dude. Does that make sense?
You talking about like regular visits or drop offs and stuff like that?
Yeah,
I understand what you're going and where you're going, and child exchanges can be difficult when the kid is young and they have to be carried out and handed from one person to the other. That shouldn't be a problem at all once the kid is 3 and the car can pull up in the driveway and the kid can walk the sidewalk to the driveway and the other parent can meet them at where the driveway and the sidewalk meet and then help the kid into the car. It shouldn't be no issues at all. Like that was one thing that did get established to where it was like ain't no conversation or interact. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying in general, no conversation needs to be had during the child exchange once the kid is able to walk. Now, the kid in that damn baby stroller, baby carrier car seat thing, and that's when it has to be oh damn, yeah, shout out to Rod God Podcast. He said that school transfer. I know about that bad boy too.
Have the grandparents pick them up then.
Yeah. There's ways around that, but no, I understand where you're going. But I mean, either way it go, the moral of the story is mostly don't get in that damn situation. If you know, I'll just say that.
Right.
But go ahead. I cut you off. Go ahead. You got it. And the link is in the chat if anybody else want to.
No, I mean the point being is like the point being.
Hey JB, go watch the pre-recorded video that I dropped, man. She earned it. She earned it with the line of questioning that she put to E Black. She stepped up and called out the simp. Oh, I'm sorry, E Black, my dude. He was at the Manosphere meetup. Me and E, cool. We gonna do it one-on-one. I didn't mean to call him a simp, even though he was simping. But shout out to E Black. But no. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off again. Go ahead. You got it.
No, I paused when I saw JB's super chat too. Where was I? Oh yeah. The extreme point being that like just that to me is a no. So that now, just to relate to now, like when I'm like whatever dating apps or meeting people in real life, by the time that I start talking to a single mother, that I'm already like ready to be over the conversation as soon as I find out. Or if she is proving herself to be exceptional initially, maybe give her a chance, maybe smash, but see where things go to some degree to see whether I should smash and get out of there or smash and maybe stick around. That maybe stick around, the standard is set so high that it's not likely at all, and I'm okay with that being the case because now in reality I understand that I still get to kind of have my cake and eat it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think I get where you're going, but I ain't go front with you. I was distracted by the chat. Osmosis, did you want to respond to what he said?
I didn't really get where you were. I didn't get where you're trying to go with that. You're saying, are you talking the vetting conversation or what are you saying?
I'm talking. Well, I'm combining the vetting conversation with vetting conversation as far as single mothers go.
You're saying give single. It sounded like you were saying give single mothers a chance. Is what you're.
I'm saying that the reality. I'm saying that my initial reaction is no, but because of the reality that I could slip up here and there, that'd be the space in which I have to like create a standard. So like that is where the vetting comes into play. That standard that I create, like okay, it has to be.
Well, I'll say it like
they have a higher threshold to cross versus a virgin wife. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I'll tell you like this. There, along that vein, the standards that are set between us. I don't pay money on the kid. I don't pick up the kid. If there's any other situations, it's her to figure out the deal with him. Even though he looks at me as a father figure, that's her situation first. If it comes to us having to do something and say we want to go out, me and her are gonna go out, but she can't find someone to watch the kid, I'm going out anyways. She gonna stay home. Like these are the situations, and like obviously those rules wouldn't apply to someone that doesn't have a kid. But yeah, there's a lot.
Y'all live together?
Yeah, we do live together.
And you said you don't financially contribute nothing to the kid?
Unless I don't financially give out of obligation. Like if I don't want to do, I'm not going to do it. Like she has to be the primary, and I have to be like, it has to be my choice to be like, okay, I'm gonna pay for him. I'm gonna take him to this thing today, and I'm gonna pay for that. I'm not like we're splitting the bills. For example, like
I mean, she
make money. I mean, and this is what I'm saying.
I get it, but like, dude, you in there, like y'all live together, right?
Correct.
Okay, so this kid lives with you. So the place that you pay rent, mortgage, heat, electricity, water, groceries, and internet, you name it, it's she lives at the house where you pay bills at. So you are financially contributing to the life and well-being of the kid. Like that part can't be like that. Once you take that step toward a woman with kids live with you, you are providing for that kid. That part you can't get out of there.
But there's gotta be.
Hold on, wait, time out. Where's it at? I got it. Beta.
I'm about to pull that.
I'm going to get it right now. I got to go get it. I got to go get the Jesse Lee Peterson beta. But y'all go ahead and talk.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk.
But yeah, I get the contributing as far as you're contributing to the home and everything. But my point is checks and balances. Where I'm not getting too deep. She understands the goals of where I'm leading the relationship matters. Like my businesses and where I'm taking, like those take precedent and she falls behind. It's not she has to figure something out and I gotta come out off of everything I got to support her and her kid. Like she's got to be able to be stable in herself. And as far as the stuff with the baby daddy, like I would never deal with a chick that has a solid relationship with a baby daddy, unfortunately. But I'm not doing that. But yeah, they don't mix with a kid. But if that was a situation, I can't rock with that. Like if you're friendly with your baby daddy, you two friendly, and y'all got y'all have lunch to talk about kid, quote unquote. Nah, like that's how you get in a situation like what's his name, Roy earlier. Say like his son got into the thing with the chick and she got re-pregnant by baby daddy. Like that's how you get in those cases. But like I said, like you see the red flags, and I know this chick for a long time. Like I said, even before all that stuff. So I mean, like that to me, you're doing what you got to do to mitigate the risk. That in my eyes is mitigating the risk. And when I get to where I'm going as a man and in my finances, in my career, if I feel like proposing, then she already knows the list of requirements that she has to fill to get in that spot. And like Bernard said, because she knows I can just leave tomorrow and that's just going to be the situation. And she wants to lock down a valuable man. So, and that could be any chick, kid or not, but that, the level of what they have to require to me is higher because you do come with a kid and more liability.
Yeah.
Okay. So
unfortunately,
I
know Bernard's not gonna rock with regards, but I'm saying that's
no. It is what it is, and I've said my piece on it. A lot of people said their piece on it, and you're at where you're at. We made ourselves clear, and I'm not about to just beat you over the head. A little shout out to Little Big Nate. Like, bro, please get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Get out of there. But but all right, go ahead. I'm damn it, I can't get the beta clip I want to. I can pull it.
If you don't want to answer this,
go ahead. You got it. I'm past it. I'm on some fuckery right now. Y'all go ahead.
All right. I was gonna say this is a warning or whatever. It's kind of a personal question, but if you don't want to answer it, I understand osmosis. But like if you were in a situation, hypothetically speaking, where she comes in and she finds like some other girl's like purse or boots or something from some other chick that she walked in and saw it, how do you feel like she would react to that? And do you think that that would be within the context of her meeting like your standards of vetting? Like what do you think, like how do you think that situation would play out? And house? I'm asking that question in particular. Yeah, in your house. In your house, not at her house, in your house.
Well, we stay.
I can tell you why I'm asking the question too, if that helps add context.
Yeah, why are you asking that question? I don't even know how that's a good question.
I don't.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm saying like for the fact of she's a woman that has another man's child in your house, so and that represents that man no matter what, and that's something that you subconsciously deal with. So for her to come in and see something that she has to subconsciously deal with, does she feel like it's reciprocative for her to see something that would make her feel some type of way uncomfortable or emotional versus what you have to deal with on a daily basis? Or on a not so daily basis. I'm not sure. Does that make sense?
I've known this.
I'm not sure I'm asking it right.
I don't know. I get what you're trying to. That's a hard parallel to make. You're trying to compare like me having another woman to her having a kid. Like I've known this kid since basically he was born. I'm not uncomfortable with the child, but
I agree with you that's not the same. It's not the same. You know,
me having another woman is, I mean, we've had
he
those
agreed.
conversations too.
He agreed to the parameters of that relationship with the child. Once that's agreed upon, now she just start finding panties in the damn on the bathroom floor that ain't hers. That's a different thing than him agreeing to be with a woman with a kid. I think Ty City asked a better question. This sort of speaks to what I talked about. You want to know how did osmosis find this space? I think you answered that question earlier in the show, but you can go ahead and answer that again.
How did I find the space?
Yeah.
I mean, like most men, you know, I think the first person I found in the space was AMS, and that was, you know, saying back when I mean, for example, I'm 30 now.
How long ago was that?
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago. 4 years ago.
Okay, you said you came over from like the lead attorney's channel.
I came to your channel from the lead attorney's channel. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you saw the lead attorney's channel.
Not from the total manosphere stuff, but I found your channel from lead attorney. Yeah. But yeah, as far as that, yeah, it's been. I mean, AMS was the first one in the manosphere that I found. And you know, you start diving in, you find all the, you know, the red pill, blue pill, and all the other kind of stuff. But
so have you been actively listening to this kind of content for those whole 5 years?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
but you know,
wait, hold on, wait, we got wait a minute. I almost forgot. We got Terry Slim in the building. I'm probably about to be wrapping it up pretty soon, but we do got Terry Slim in the building, so I do want to make sure that we give this brother a chance to speak. So I'm gonna pass it to you. Go ahead, Terry Slim. You got the mic. You got the floor. You got the mic.
Hi, I'm actually a woman.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we can hear you just fine. Go ahead. You got it.
All right. Thanks for having me. So I just like to chime in and just say that I've kind of been in the same position as Osmosis. I'm currently married right now, thank goodness. But prior to this, I've dealt with, you know, many men in the past who have tried to be like really, really good fathers. And I've witnessed firsthand the treachery that women can bring to them. I'd like to say that, you know, I was the one that would keep them calm and, you know, bring some peace into their life. But that negativity from the women and the children, because they realize that now he's in a serious relationship with someone that he actually cares about. I mean, like the ratchetness was just like gone from 0 to 100 once they found out that he was in a, you know, an actual decent relationship. So in regards to the, you know, the murder suicide, like of course I don't condone it, but I understand that frustration, like literally building up and just reaching his boiling point. Women can do some really, really vicious things. And it's really unfortunate for you guys. I have a younger brother who's about the same age as Osmosis, and he adamantly refuses to date single mothers. And I don't blame him not one bit. And my husband that I'm currently married to, he has teenage children who are, you know, pretty close to 18. So, which is why I had no problem with, you know, going forward and
wait, hold on,
having,
time out. We're getting a question from the audience. I'm gonna let you pick back up where you was at. He's
Sure.
saying, did you cut those women off? I don't know exactly what he mean by that. Maybe I misunderstood what you said. Were you saying these were women that you were just friends with, that you were cool with, that were being treacherous to men who they had?
No. They were the exes, ex-wives, ex-girlfriends of the guys that I used to date.
Okay, you were dating a guy, and the exes were being treacherous to the guys that
Absolutely.
you were with. Okay, yeah, that's how I interpreted what you said. I just wanted to make sure that it sounded like he interpreted it different. I didn't know if I was wrong or he was wrong, so we just wanted to clear that up real quick. All right, go ahead, you got it.
Yeah. So again, like I said, my husband and I, he has children from a previous marriage, and thankfully they're almost grown, which allowed us to, you know, move on into our space of marriage. So I'm really thankful that he doesn't have to deal with that kind of, you know, nonsense anymore with, like, you guys just talking about the pickups and the drop-offs and the child support issues. I'm just thankful that
Did you have children? Did you have children before the marriage?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I've always been a single woman in shape, fit, feminine, and friendly, as Kevin Samuel says.
No, you don't know. All right, don't. If you married, don't come up here
Almost
giving
sound
all
like-
your stat sheets.
almost sound like
And
advertising.
Yeah,
childless.
don't come up.
And
Don't come.
childless.
You.
No, I'm happy.
Don't come your married ass up here advertising. Now.
No, I'm not.
I
I'm
just
happily
wanted to
married.
know. No. Only thing I wanted to know is that were you in a situation where you were with this man, and did you have kids with somebody else who were you doing that type of stuff too? That's what I was just trying to get at. But if you didn't have kids, then no, it's all good.
No, I would never participate in that kind of behavior because I wouldn't want it done to me.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, we are rounding out the show. This was a doozy. This was a great show. Osmosis, like you faced the firing squad. I think we shot some shots at you, but I think we put the silencer on because you could have got it way rougher than what you did. We was cool and we was decent. But yeah, man, you gotta
good, bad, and indifference is about transparency and accountability. Like I said, I know what the situation is. I
wasn't trying to assassinate you neither.
No, I didn't think it was. I'm saying I know the talking points and I know the perspective of the manosphere. So I understand coming from where I'm coming at where the heat's gonna come. So it's not a surprise. But I appreciate y'all taking it easy.
All right, man, go on, Tyson. He said the Kevin Samuel script was about to roll. That's why I was like, I don't give it. I want to hear that shit.
Well, just being honest.
No, it's all good. I mean, you're married and you're happy, and we don't. I don't care about your dress size. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Y'all. This was a doozy. This was one of my better shows. I like shows like this with a lot of different perspective from a lot of different people, a lot of different views. And one thing I said about this space, like this space would put it like this: with this space growing the way that it's growing, you got lead attorney blowing up like that, got Kevin Samuels blowing up like that. It's going to be all kinds of views coming to the table to where, like, the people who say y'all talking about the same stuff, some of that stuff need to get re-talked about. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Some of that stuff need to get re-talked about over and over again because there's a lot of brothers that still need to learn. So that's what I say about the hashtag they know. It's a lot of brothers who hashtag don't know. So we got to keep going. We got to keep charging forward. But thank you to everybody in the building. Like I said, a lot of things coming down the pipeline. Got some things set up with a lead attorney coming down the pipeline. I got a number of things. So stay tuned. And with that said, we are shit. Hold on. Shout out to the Cash Apps. KD came through with a $40 Cash App. Appreciate KD always coming through hard and heavy-handed on the Cash App. And I think I gotta acknowledge my man D-Rock Den. I think he sent his cuss. Come on now. Now I got that before the wireless going on. Okay. Okay. Shit. There we go. D-Rock Den came through with his customary $5 Cash App, and KD came through with a $40 Cash App. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for making this a great show. If you're new here, again, subscribe. I know a lot of new people came over from Lead Attorney because I'm clout chasing with his name and face in the title. So make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. Let the clout chasing help me grow my channel. And with that said, y'all, we are out of here. Peace.